think, yeah, but things like that people don't pay as close of attention to, and it does throw your rhythm off when you have somebody come in and you're talking to them. And it's like we weren't even expecting it. I appreciate doing it, but in a game that matters, it's a little bit tougher. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's Gary's last name? Let's. I think we segue into that from their record. Since they started out 12-0-1, you segue then into hey, they've gone now 9-13, 9-14. What are they searching for something? Is this for rest? Is it for health? Is it punting a game for a long term? What is it? Because it's different. He must not have liked their approaches for some reason last night. Maybe that's what he was all about. I don't know. It's good. It's good. Oh yeah. Yeah. You realize that's something that we need to talk about. Our running game only been caught 9 times. 40. I think we're at 45 and 54. There you go. You're doing okay. Can you see this good enough? I've got theirs is up right here. Mm-hmm. I think that segues into our lineup being, steady again. Even with guys who are, have slowed down significantly. And pause. Yeah. We should pray. Father God, I want to thank you for another opportunity on a beautiful day to do something that we love. Lord, give us clear thoughts, focus,
Stanislaus State Baseball is on the air. Let's join Eric Davis and Brian Nelson now live from the press box for all the action of Warriors baseball on the Blue Chip Sports Radio Network, right here at BlueChipBroadcasting.com.
Well, last night, the Cal State Stanislaus Warriors and the San Francisco State Gators opened up a big 4-game series in the CCAA, the last regularly scheduled series of the year for both of these squads. And the Warriors took a 7-2 decision and stuck it away in the wind bank. Today, on a beautiful Saturday afternoon, it's a doubleheader between the same two teams. Same thing on the line, and that's positioning within the conference. It's Warrior baseball, and it's going to start now.
Disasters and accidents happen. Are you covered? Nathan DeBlevich of Farmers Insurance Group is proud to provide home, life, and auto insurance for individuals and businesses looking for peace of mind. His offices are at 5 East Main Street in downtown Turlock and on Chabot Drive in beautiful Pleasanton, California. Call Nathan to schedule an appointment or find him online at ndfarmers.com. You can reach him in Turlock at 209-485-9006 or in the East Bay at 925-200-8574. Remember, for your peace of mind, call Nathan DeBlevich of Farmers Insurance Group.
PR Farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Saturday. Welcome to the pregame show for Warrior Baseball, sponsored by Nathan DeBlevich, your local Farmers Insurance agent. It is a great day for baseball early in the spring. No wind to speak of, lots of sunshine and warm temperatures. My name is Eric Davis. I'll be bringing you all the action throughout today's doubleheader along with my partner, Brian Nelson. And, you know, Brian, big game last night. Warriors got off on the right foot and started the series in the right way.
Well, they did, and they did it by getting 2 runs in the first inning, played the style of baseball the Warriors play. Get them in, get them on, get them over, get them in. Warriors did that early, and then they did it as well late. Didn't do a whole lot in the middle innings. And Chase Wheatcroft pitched 7 solid innings. He wasn't great. He wasn't dynamic. He wasn't dominant. But he made the pitches when he had to make them, and his defense played great behind him and saved him a couple of times, and the Warriors get out with a victory.
And then Matty Pujols comes in and does what Matty Pujols does and slams the door for his 9th save of the year. So, Brian, since San Francisco State got off to an early 12-0-1 start, I mean, that is a phenomenal start. They've really been living off that start all year because since that point, they have gone 9-13, and they have a game where they're 11 runs back that they've got to finish up. So they could be 9-14 after that 12-0-1 start.
Well, and you look at it, it's really what it is. I mean, it's an 11-run deficit at the 9th inning to Sonoma State. You kind of put that one in the loss column if you're both teams. And so for San Francisco, a very different lineup today. Quite a few guys. 3 new guys in the lineup. And not that they're hitting 7, 8, 9, Eric. These guys hitting 2nd and 4th. And then in 9th, a designated hitter that has had 9 at-bats all year long in Mitch Sanseer. And so Coach Schifano trying to change things up, wake guys up a little bit. Is it possible they're a little bit, I don't know, we use the term panic, but a little bit concerned right now because they are not playing their best baseball when you want to be?
Well, last night, Coach Schifano was not happy with the effort for whatever reason. Last night, he lit into his guys pretty good, and I think you're seeing kind of a shakeup that kind of represents how he felt they maybe approached last night's game.
You are, and I think you're looking at a guy, Brady Dorn, who is in the lineup tonight. We were surprised he wasn't in the lineup last night. A guy who is a first-team preseason All-West Region second baseman, and he sat last night. He came in, pinch hit, and hit an RBI double off of Pujols, somebody nobody else in the conference has done. Literally has not done is get an RBI off of him, and he is in the lineup batting second at second base, but that means Jackson Krish is off the lineup. And so it's a very interesting dynamic. No Jonah Gonzalez today. And so Harley Lopez, who started at first base, is now in left field. So there's a lot of moving pieces. And Riley Cleary, who is more than likely starting the second game of this doubleheader on the mound, you now have to take him out of right field. And in the lineup instead is Colin Gable, who is hitting .351, but he's doing it in very limited at-bats. So it's going to be a very interesting dynamic for San Francisco State. And I think for the Gators, with the way they played lately, they really need to get off to a good start.
In contrast, the Warriors going to throw out the same lineup that they have been throwing out game after game after game when healthy. Their starting 9 pretty much stable. They only basically use 10, 11 guys.
Yeah, and Jace Gardner are going to start in left field instead of Michael Wyatt. We'll probably see Michael Wyatt in game 2. I mean, those guys kind of share, each play a couple of games a weekend. Outside of that, it's the exact same group in the exact same order it pretty much has been for the majority of the season.
The only other difference is Dalton Seymour, who's going to get a chance to catch game 2, the short game, because you don't want Elser back there all 4 games. So, very compact, very unified group for Stanislaus. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup for today's game, Brian. And let's start. It's Jordan Eglite against Tyler Murphy. And what do we know about those two guys?
Well, and look at them. They both have winning records, and they both have ERAs over 5. So it's an interesting dynamic. Could this be the game in this series where we see lots of offense? These guys both are big, strong, physical presences on the mound. The key is, are they going to be able to consistently throw strikes? And they both give up a lot of hits. Eglite giving up 61 hits in 51 2/3 innings. Opponents hitting .299 against him. Murphy's given up 72 hits in 65 1/3. That's a .277 batting average against. Not expecting a 1-0 game with 4 or 5 hits in this game. Doesn't mean these two guys aren't able to shut a team down, but there will be base runners, and we talked yesterday how important it is for Stanislaus to be opportunistic offensively. They're going to get a chance to do that again here today.
And so as we get ready to wrap up the pregame show, let's take a look one more time at the standings and where everybody sits today.
Well, today we'll start with Stanislaus. The magic number to clinch a postseason berth is 1. If they can win one of these 2 games today, or if San Marcos defeats Cal Poly Pomona, the Warriors are in the CCAA tournament regardless of what happens the rest of this regular season. To clinch a spot as the 4 seed and to play the last game on that Wednesday, May the 8th, the magic number is 3. Combination of Warrior wins and Chico State and Sonoma State losses, that adds up to 3, gets the Warriors guaranteed into that 3-4 game, which is the final game on that Wednesday night. And Sonoma and Chico are playing each other. So the likelihood of the Warriors clinching a game in that slot is very real this weekend.
Nice. And now this game and what it means in the conference standings, as well as regional rankings now, as well as the Warriors have a shot now that they've got game 1 under their belt. They could win this series by taking 2 of the next 3 games, and that will have deep ramifications, not just on conference, but on regional rankings.
Oh, I think it is. And I think the regional rankings really looking at this series to determine. They gave San Francisco the nod at 5, slotted Stanislaus at 7. 6 is the GNAC champ, and that just is what it is. So now the idea is, okay, let's watch these 2 teams play each other, and then from there we'll determine what we want to do from a regional. That's why some people got a little upset when the Warriors were ranked 7th, San Francisco was 5th. I'm like, you know what, let the teams play each other first, see where everybody stands, and then we'll look and see where the committee goes from there.
And then finally, you brought up a very interesting point as you looked at the top 5 teams in the conference and what Stanislaus' record is against the very cream of the crop in the CCAA.
Yeah, they have been outstanding in those games, and we'll give you that record here in just a second, but they have been outside. I think it's like 8-3 against the top teams in the CCAA.
Which is even better than a team like San Diego. Well, it's time to take a break and listen to the coach's comments presented by Crivelli's Shirts and More. Brian sat down with Coach Kenny Leonasio before today's doubleheader. Let's see what they talked about today.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. The one trying to sneak away and grab a snack before the game comes back on. I want to let you in on a secret. Like you, I'm an avid sports fan, and since my wife no longer allows me to leave the house bare-chested in face paint, I've discovered I can still go all out in support of my teams by visiting Crivelli's Shirts and More. Crivelli's carries all of the Turlock and Pittman gear you could ever need, including Letterman jackets, and they are the only officially licensed retailer of Stanislaus State. Family owned and operated, Crivelli's is located in downtown Turlock at 310 Main Street. They're open Mondays through Fridays from 9 a.m. to 5:30 and Saturdays from 10 to 2, so what are you waiting for? Head on down to Crivelli's on Main Street and gear up!
It's time for the Coach's Corner, brought to you by Crivelli Shirts More, here with Coach Kenny Leonasio of the Stan State baseball team. Coach, a nice win yesterday, 7-2. You got off to a good start. Chase Wheatcroft able to navigate some landmines there in the middle innings, and then you guys able to kind of pull away there at the end. Talk to us what you saw last night from your team, both offensively and on the mound.
Yeah, I thought it was a good baseball game. Both teams played, pretty well defensively and made some big plays, and I think that was the key for us is, to get off to 2-0, and then they had some opportunities, but we made some really nice plays defensively, and then just kind of grinded at the plate, and were able to score some runs late to win it.
Now, one of the guys had another big offensive game. He's had 2 big games in a row, and that's Brandon De La Guardia. A guy got off to a tough start early in the year, really struggled through the month of February, but since the calendar has turned to March, he has really got things going. What has changed, you think, for Brandon from month 1 to the last couple months?
Well, he just kept working at it, he did get off to a slow start, and he spent a lot of time in the cage making some adjustments, and then got a little bit of confidence going. And once he got a little bit of confidence, and he started to get some big hits, and then we moved him into the 2-hole, and he continued to have quality at bats, and he's just played really well overall. I think just defensively and offensively has been really what we needed.
And Jack Large back in the lineup and comes back with 3 hits for a guy that hadn't seen a lot of live pitching. What does Jack bring to your lineup that maybe changes things just a little bit?
Well, Jack's just a threat, and that's the big thing. So he's a tough guy in the middle of the lineup that has the ability to drive in some runs, and he could do it with nobody on base. That's the thing about him. And so, he came up big last night. It was great to see him swing the bat well, and he made some nice defensive plays as well.
Finally, Coach, doubleheader Saturday. As you look at this game, big win yesterday, how quickly do you have to turn the page for the guys to get them ready to play 2 ball games here this afternoon?
It's what we've been doing all year, so nothing's changed. We've already put the last night's win behind us, and we didn't come here to win 1 game, so they know that, and we'll be ready for the first one.
Coach, thanks again. Luck today. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.
Thank you.
When we come back, I'll have the starting lineup. Sarah called the first pitch right after this.
Okay, I want to take a minute to talk to you business owners out there. Kinetic Works is a business-to-business name that you need to know. Kinetic Works provides drug testing services, baseline health condition reports, and job-specific physical fitness testing for all your new hires. The team at Kinetic Works will customize a plan just for your business, whether you're a small local company or a larger, more regional business. They believe in innovation. They only use the latest and greatest in testing equipment. Simplicity. All their reporting is easy to read, and drug test results are delivered straight to your desktop. They have experience. Their technicians have a combined 10-year testing experience and are certified in their field, and they are efficient. Flexible appointment times and fast reporting times. Kinetic Works. Give them a call today at 209-250-2321 and schedule a free consultation. It's your one-stop shop for all your hiring needs.
Welcome back to Warrior Baseball Field. It's time for the starting lineups, brought to you by Kinetic Works. First, visiting San Francisco State Gators. Leading off and in center field is Jack Harris. Batting second, the second baseman Brady Dorn. Hitting third and over at first base is Trevor Rogers. In the cleanup spot and in right field is Colin Gable. Batting fifth and in left field here this afternoon is Harley Lopez. Over at third base and hitting sixth is Antone Self. Behind the plate and hitting seventh is Jason Hare. Hitting eighth, the shortstop Shaq Robinson. And batting ninth, designated hitter Mitch Sancerre. And the starting pitcher for the Gators in the first game of this doubleheader is right-hander Jordan Iglite. For your Stanislaus State Warriors, as Eric and I talked about in the pregame show, a very consistent group. Leading off center fielder Braden Oakey. Batting second, one of the offensive stars here last night, shortstop Brandon De La Guardia. Hitting third, second baseman Vinny Margiotta. In the cleanup spot, right fielder Grant Bunker. Over at first base and hitting fifth is Jack Large. Batting sixth, the third baseman Grant Victor. Designated hitter Alexis Paz hits seventh. Batting eighth, the behind the plate is Matty Elser. And batting ninth and in left field here today is Jace Gardner. And the starting pitcher for the Warriors, a guy that, Eric, we probably need to do a little research on this, but he may hold a record or be getting close to matching the record of most career starts as a Stanislaus State Warrior, and that is right-hander Tyler Murphy. And
I think that's something that we can get Hung Sai to start looking up for us. I'll talk to him here in just a second and see if we can find out, because Murph comes to the mound yet again.
Yeah, he does. This will be his 13th start this year. He is 6-3 with a 5.37 ERA. In 65 and a third innings, he's given up 72 hits, 50 runs, 39 of them earned. He has walked 33, and he has struck out 58. But, Eric, I think that the key with Murph is that he has been really good at home as of late. In fact, in his last 2 starts as a Warrior here at home, he has pitched extremely well against UC San Diego and against Dominguez Hills. In those 2 ball games, as we wait for the stats
computer
to
to
load.
catch up.
You know, love it when I come up with ideas and then I don't have it set and ready to go. And we're still waiting for it to load. I can tell you very quickly here, Eric, I will get it for us. Because
well,
I
while
have a
you're
backup
getting
plan.
that, let me give you the weather and field conditions provided by Ulrich Real Estate. And today it is a beautiful day. We are starting out at 80 degrees. The high is expected to get as high as 87. The wind, if you want to call it that, is out of the northwest at 4 miles per hour, which means it is blowing a little bit from the left field foul pole to the right field foul pole, which means right field will be very, very live and active today. And you're not going to want to let the big left-handers get turned on a fastball. So, Brian, what have you found out?
Well, I'm going to go back 3 starts, Eric, because he is 3-0 in his last 3 starts here at home. In 20 innings, he has given up just 14 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned. He has walked 11, and he has struck out 17. So 2 earned runs in 20 innings.
Very effective.
That is very effective.
And that's what they need from him today in this big game here. If they could get up in the series 2-0, really put Stanislaus in the driver's seat.
Well, and it really puts a lot of pressure on San Francisco State. We talked about the fact they have not been playing well. They're 9-13, 9-14 in their last 22-23 games. Is a team that is not trending, you know, the phrase with young people, right, trending in the right direction. They are not doing that right now. And that is something I know Coach Stefano is trying to get fixed. And if you're the Warriors, when a team is scuffling a little bit, the best thing you can do is jump on them early. The Warriors were able to do it last night. They'll need to try to do it again here this afternoon.
Well, we're at the time of the year where there's going to be a lot of scoreboard watching going on, Brian. So why don't we set up today's out-of-town scoreboard, courtesy of Kerry Unternair, and let's talk about the matchups that are going to be played today.
Well, and the one that we're going to look at first and foremost for Stanislaus State is the Sonoma State, Chico State. Those are the 2 teams directly behind the Warriors and the Gators. And right now it is Sonoma State with a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the 3rd. Monterey Bay, who is ahead of the Gators and Warriors. The Warriors 1 game back in the loss column, 2 games back in the standings. Those 2 teams will begin their doubleheader at 1 o'clock this afternoon in San Bernardino.
And that's critical. San Bernardino may be the last place team in the conference. However, with Monterey Bay only 1 game in the loss column, if San Bernardino could sneak that series, it could have ramifications for the Warriors down the road.
Cal State East Bay and Cal State LA kind of playing out the string, but Cal State East Bay has been hot, and they are now just 3 games under 500. And if you're Stanislaus, you want teams like East Bay and San Marcos to get to 500 because that has an impact on the regional rankings. And then UC San Diego will play a single game against Dominguez Hills, and then those 2 teams will drive to San Diego tonight and play a doubleheader tomorrow. And then finally, same thing with San Marcos and Pomona. They will play at 3 o'clock this afternoon, a single game, and then they will play 2 games in Pomona tomorrow afternoon. Well, stepping into the batter's box is center fielder Jack Harris. Getting ready to get onto the pitching slab is Tyler Murphy, and to bring the action here in the first couple innings, my partner, Mr. Eric Davis.
Jack Harris, center fielder, hitting .342. He's got 6 home runs, 19 RBIs. Big right-handed batter stands in, and we are about ready to get underway. Murphy's first pitch on the way, and it's taken for a strike. First pitch at 1:02 p.m. We have ourselves a baseball game. Next pitch swung on and missed, and Murphy is out in front, 0-2. He had a little bit of a slide piece on that one.
Yeah, a little bit of a late movement. Slider, maybe a little bit of a cutter. Kind of broke late away from Harris.
Next pitch is line to center field. Oki going to move over to his right and make the catch. And there's 1 out. So Murphy retires the first batter.
Got Harris out on his front foot. Hit that a little off the end of the bat. Still carried pretty well out into left center field. But an easy play for Oki. Well, we asked about how many starts Tyler Murphy's made. This is his 47th start as a Warrior, 2nd all-time behind Marquise Fleming, who made 53 starts in his 4 years as a Stanislaus State Warrior.
There you go. You ask and you receive. Next pitch misses just outside to Brady Dorn. Dorn in the starting lineup tonight after having the double that drove in the first run in conference play against Matty Poulos last night. Dorn hitting .254, 1 homer, 23 RBIs. Next pitch is lifted in the air and foul. Bunker giving chase, and he will not quite get there as it bounces off the fence in foul territory.
That's one of the few times we've seen Bunker chase something down that actually landed in the field of play foul, but in the ballpark that he didn't catch.
That's just nothing but a long foul strike, and it's 1-1. It really wasn't that deep, but it was hit just inside the fence down the right field line.
And Bunker is still trying to get back to his position in right field, and Murph was ready to throw a pitch, and Grant was, maybe 25, 30 feet from the line, still jogging.
Somebody had to get Murph's attention, tell him slow down. Murph is locked in. That pitch is in the dirt, bounces off the foot of Elser, and it's 2-1.
Well, that bounced off the foot of Elser and home plate umpire Pat Rivera. That's not a way to endear yourself to the home plate umpire early in the ball game.
Nor your catcher. Your catcher is trying to get the feeling back in his foot. 2 balls and a strike. Murph winds up and deals. Pitch is chopped, second baseman. Coming in on it, 2 hops. Margiotta, easy throw over, and Dorn is retired. There's 2 down. That's going to bring up Trevor Rogers. Rogers, big first baseman, hitting .281, 5 homers, 19 RBIs. Last night, Trev was the DH, and he greeted Mr. Wheatcroft with a loud shot over the right field fence.
It was a fastball that just kind of laid out over the middle of the plate, and Rogers did not miss it.
The only mark on the scoreboard for the Gators until the 9th inning. A late swing and a miss. He was not looking for what Murph threw him right there, and he's behind 0-1.
And Murph right now throwing exceptionally hard. And for Murph, he realizes if this isn't his final start, it's one of his final 2 starts on this field. And you figure he is going to compete big time here today, as he always does.
Pitch misses away. Count evens 1-1. Let's set the defense for the Warriors. First in the outfield from left to right. It's Gardner, Oakey to Bunker. On the infield, Victor at third, De La Guardia at short, Margiotta at second, and Large at first. There's a swing and a foul tip into the glove of Elser. And Murph is ahead 1-2.
Umpires for game 1 of this doubleheader: Pat Rivera behind the plate, Garrett Wells over at first, and Tom Chandler, the umpire, at third.
Murph lets go of a fastball, and it stays well outside, and it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here we're in the top of the first, just getting started. And a big doubleheader day here on Saturday. If you're looking for something to do, come on out. It is a beautiful day for baseball and a great baseball series. Murph stays up high, and the count goes full, 3-2.
And Murph would love to get a 1-2-3 first inning. That does not happen for him very often. And a low pitch 1-2-3 first inning.
The history for Murphy has been you got to get him early. If you don't get him early, you're not going to get him. The pitch is foul back over the Huck's Grill
broadcast booth?
Broadcast booth, thank you.
That's okay. You got into form. You got your feet wet again after having 3 weeks off.
Yeah.
We're not going to be as patient and kind today.
The tongue still is on Hawaii time.
Which is still morning.
Yeah, I'd be eating breakfast about now. Murph kicks and deals. That pitch misses low. And Rogers works himself a walk.
The next batter for
that's going to bring up Colin Gable. Gable, the right fielder, hitting .351, no homers, 7 RBIs. Gable making his 16th start this year. And the right-hander waits, with Rogers taking his lead at first. Swung on and missed strike 1.
Much more of a power hitting lineup here for San Francisco in this ball game. No Jonah Gonzalez. No Jackson Krish. I think we've added up, there's like 9 stolen bases in the entire lineup for San Francisco State.
There's a fastball, misses just off. 1-1.
Whereas the Warriors, Eric, have 35 stolen bases in the first 3 hitters in their lineup. So you got one team going to do it with get them on, get them over, get them in, and the other team going to try and hit balls over the fence.
Sign from Elser, pitch from Murphy is hit in the air. Popped him up, center field and shallow. There's Oakey, and he's going to get there and make the catch easily. So a nice inning for Murphy to get it started. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on. After the first half inning, it's the Gators nothing. Warriors coming up to the plate.
This is Reggie Wright of Blue Chip Broadcasting, and when life has thrown me curveballs, I have enjoyed peace of mind knowing that Winton Ireland Strom & Green Insurance Agency has a game plan in place. Having served the Turlock area since 1913, Winton Ireland Strom & Green has the experience I can count on in crunch time. Specializing in risk management and cost containment services, they provide access to most major insurance carriers to best serve your needs. Winton Ireland Strom & Green is there when it counts. You can call 209-667-0995 or find them on the web at wisg.com. Don't let your season get away. Call Winton Ireland Strom & Green today.
Bottom of the first inning, our first chance to look at Jordan Iglite. Iglite is a sophomore right-hander. He's 6'4", 210-pounder from Martinez. Went to Alhambra High School. I always thought that was a water.
It is.
But it's also a high school in Martinez. And so Iglite, this will be his 11th appearance, his 9th start of the year. He is 4-3 with a 5.23 ERA. In 51 2/3 innings, he's given up 61 hits, 37 runs, 30 of them earned. He has walked only 14, and he has struck out 36. He has thrown 11 wild pitches, and he has hit 8 guys. So he doesn't walk a lot of guys, but he can get a little wild hair up his nose in spite of the fact he doesn't walk a lot of guys. When you've only walked 14 and you've hit 8, maybe you're just a way to get guys on base quicker. You don't have to use as many pitches.
Effectively wild?
Possibly so. And he's a big guy. Stanislaus did not face him last year when these two teams played their series in San Francisco. So it'll be Oki, De La Guardia, and Margiotta to lead it off for the Warriors here in the bottom of the first inning.
Braden Oki hitting .333. That's one hit every 3 times he steps into the plate. He's got no homers, 17 RBIs. Opened up last night's ball game with a beautiful bump base hit, and the Gators are ready for that. They got the corners in already. And Oki swings, and lazy foul ball hit down the right field line and out of play.
Eric Iglite's last 3 starts, he is 2-1 with a 3.86 ERA. He's gone 18 2/3 innings, allowed 19 hits, 10 runs, 8 of them earned. He has walked 4 and he has struck out 15. So he's pitching better as the season has progressed.
Oki takes a strike on the outside black, and it's 0-2. Good pitch there from Iglite. And he's ahead of Oki, 0-2. Braden staying close to the plate, slightly open stance. 0-2 pitch on its way. Misses high and away. Ball and 2 strikes.
Well, the fact that yesterday's starter Jack Higgins had to leave in the second inning with an apparent injury, it is critical for Iglite to give San Francisco State at least 6 innings here in this ball game.
Oki takes just off again. 2-2. That's a tough take. A good off-speed breaking pitch right there from Iglite. And Oki did not bite. Oki swings, slow roller, shortstop. Coming in and out is Shaq Robinson. His throw was just in time. And Oki is retired on the 6-3 ground out.
The next batter for the
Brandon De La Guardia will stand in now. Hitting .282, 1 homer, 29 RBIs. Been really, really hot lately. As a matter of fact, we talked about it. The month of February, you could just erase for Brandon. He was hitting just a tick over 100 coming out of that month. Coach Leonasio stayed with him, and De La Guardia rewarding him. There's a swing and a miss. De La Guardia has seen his average raise 180 points since then, and is now pushing on towards the 300 mark. Pitch misses out. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
You can see Iglite, he stays away, away, away. Does not want to come inside. Not a particularly hard thrower. He's probably mid to upper 80s.
Again, he stays away and misses away and low. 2-1. Infield defense playing basically straight away against De La Guardia. The center fielder, Harris, slid just slightly towards left, and nobody playing particularly deep. And De La Guardia launches a line drive, middle of the field, right at Jack Harris in the center field. And Harris makes the catch, and there's 2 away.
And De La Guardia hit that pretty good, but he ball carried far enough for Harris to get to it.
I think that's going to be the difference. Last night we saw balls hit into center field that kind of died. I don't think they're going to die tonight. They'll hang up there a little bit longer.
Well, and we saw that even with the first hitter of the ball game in Harris. He hit a ball that I think he hit that well, and Oki caught it in medium to medium deep left center field.
It's going to bring up Vinny Margiotta. Margiotto's seen his average slip to 285. First pitch swinging, and he fouls it off and out of play. 0-1. Vinny, it's been a while since he's knocked in a run. He got off to such a fast start producing runs. He's got 43 RBIs. Pitch is fisted in the air. First base foul territory. Over to get it is Rogers, and he's there. And there's a 1-2-3 inning for Iglite. In the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We've played one full. There's no score here at Warrior Baseball Field. Don't go away. You're listening to Warrior Baseball on the Blue Chip Sports Broadcasting Network.
I'd like to take just a second to talk to everybody out there about Carrie Unternayer Dentistry. My name's Eric Davis, and Carrie has been the dentist for our family for over 4 generations. He's handled braces, he's handled cavities, he's handled cleanings, he's handled major dental work. His office staff is top-notch. Shannon Rodriguez, the office manager, and Itzo Barrera working up at the front desk are terrific. Elizabeth Rojas assists Carrie in all of his procedures. She is awesome. And Jamie Pimentel, she may be the world's greatest hygienist. I love Carrie Unternayer Dentistry and what they have done for my family. You'll love them too.
Top of the second inning, I want to remind you the final game of this 4-game series will be tomorrow afternoon. It is senior day here at Warrior Baseball Field as the Warriors will honor the seniors of the 2019 baseball team. Going to be a lot of pitchers, Eric, in that list.
There will be next year. Next year will be exciting because a lot of new faces, but they are going to have to rebuild basically the entire pitching staff.
Other than the guy we're going to see in Game 2 today, pretty much most everybody else is going to be gone. So it'll be a great day, and I think especially for the guy on the mound today, Tyler Murphy, who has had a tremendous journey to get to where he is, making his second or final start as a Warrior here on this diamond. And be a very emotional day, I'm sure, for him and for his family.
Murph settles in on top of the mound, and he's going to face the left-hander, Harley Lopez. Lopez hitting .260. Leads the team in home runs with 8, and he squares to bunt and does bunt it out in front of the plate. Fair territory. Elser's got it. Nice, easy throw. You couldn't have asked for anything easier. A one-pitch out on an attempted bunt from the biggest power threat in the lineup.
Yeah, thank you very much if you're the Warriors, because that's a gift.
Yeah, that went about, I mean, it was on the chalk line when Elser picked it up.
It was barely beyond the right-handed batter's box.
It couldn't have been any easier for Matty. Murph uncorks one that's high and tight to Antone Self. Self playing third base again tonight, hitting .250. Got 3 homers, 12 RBIs. Self back into the box. A little bit off the plate, and he's going to take a strike right down the middle.
He didn't like that call.
And I don't know where he thought that pitch was.
I think he may have thought it may have been a tad high because it was just below the letters. And San Francisco State with a different look today. They were the traditional grays last night. They were going bright yellow tops with white numbers. So be patient with us when there's guys warming up in the pen.
There's a slider that's taken for a strike on the outer half. 1-2.
It looks cool right up close where we are at home plate, but boy, out in the field, it is hard to read who's who.
I love the look.
And they're going gray pants, Warriors in their Saturday doubleheader pinstripes.
Pitch is fouled off into the screen. 1-2.
If you're on the radio and cannot see it on Warrior TV, think Philadelphia Phillies.
Yep, that's what the Warriors have the look of, except Warriors across the chest instead of just a W or a Stanislaus or anything like that. They got Warriors all the way across the chest. Ball is hit up in the air, center field. Oki and Bunker give chase. It's going to be Oki in right center field. He makes the catch, and there's 2 away.
And that ball carried as well, Eric. That went a lot further towards that right center field alley than I thought it was originally off the bat. And that is, if there is a place where this field can get a little live, it is in right center field. From about the Thompson Chevrolet sign to the old-fashioned out-of-town scoreboard, that is where the jet stream tends to go.
Jason Hare stands in. He's their catcher. hitting .312. He swings and misses at the first pitch. Hare hasn't left the yard yet this year. He's got just 11 RBIs. Good average and good defense behind the plate for this young man. Right-handed batter takes high, ball one.
We saw him last night really do a great job blocking balls, and he really navigated that 5 innings for Luis Salinas, who just threw exceptionally well for the Gators in an emergency appearance.
Soft line drive into right field. There's a 2-out base hit by Hare. First hit given up by Murphy. Second base runner for the Gators today. Just a little looping line drive that fell into right. It's going to bring up Shaq Robinson. Robinson hitting .286. He's got no homers, 16 RBIs. Robinson, the shortstop. Bounce back from Long Beach State. Robinson waits, swings, and misses. Broke him down, ended up on one knee.
That's the first good hard slider we have seen from Murphy. Kind of changed things up a little bit.
Thing about Tyler today, through the first 7-8 batters now, he's been pitching from in front. Murph's next pitch is bunted on foul. And that was trying to drag for a base hit.
And that's great to keep the line moving. And we haven't really seen Mitch Sancerre. He's only had 9 at-bats, but that's a little unusual in front of the 9-hitter in the lineup. Now, Sancerre may come out and have a great game today, but it's an unusual play at this place in the ballgame with 2 outs and a runner at first.
Hare takes his lead. Murph's 0-2 pitch is swung on and hit in the air right field. Bunker is there, backpedals a few steps, and makes the catch on another harmless fly ball. This one just to right field. In the inning, no runs on a hit, no errors, 1 runner left. Going to the bottom of the second, still no score. We'll be right back after these messages.
Ulrich Real Estate has been serving the Turlock community for nearly a decade, and they specialize in residential, commercial, and ag real estate, and are one of the top producing agents in the valley. Working in a broker-direct relationship means lower commissions and the opportunity to buy or sell your property quickly and at a good price. Troy is a lifelong Turlock resident and can be reached at 678-5325. That's 678-5325. Or online at ulrichrealestate.com. Ulrich Real Estate, providing expert real estate brokerage services in a simplified, down-to-earth way.
Bottom of the second inning. Scoreless ball game here from Turlock. I want to remind you that this is not the final home series of the year. It's the final full home series.
A final regularly scheduled home series.
But we've got doubleheader action for you here next Saturday afternoon. Our buddy Mike Baca is going to be here. It's always a fun time when Mike Baca and the Chico State Wildcats come to town. This will be a makeup doubleheader. We will begin at 1 o'clock, 12:45 for the pregame show. 9-inning and 7-inning game. This was a makeup from a rainout over President's Day weekend when this place was like a lake.
Right, so when every place in Northern California was like a lake. And the lakes were like small oceans.
And the interesting thing about that series, Eric, is we were figuring out Chico State, their magic number to clinch a postseason berth is 4 between them and Cal Poly Pomona. So the Wildcats may have clinched a CCAA berth by then. You would think the Warriors probably will have clinched that. Could be very interesting how the two coaches play that, because what many people don't understand is the CCAA series starts the following Wednesday. So it's a quick turnaround.
Graham Bunker stands in, and first pitch from Aglite is a strike. Bunker hitting .246, 5 homers, 24 RBIs. He's been pretty steady with his batting average. Does have some power. Leads the Warriors in home run. Takes that one off the plate. He's left the yard 5 times. He's driven in 24. Grant's defense, though, this year has been phenomenal. Fastball just misses, and it's 2-1.
I actually thought that was a better pitch than the first one. And again, Pat Rivera, I think we have only seen him 1 time this year. So we are still trying to figure out Mr. Rivera's strike zone.
Aglite right down the middle. That's a strike. 2-2. I think Bunker looking for something off speed and outside. Instead got a fastball down the middle and couldn't pull the trigger. Galite stands tall and now deals. And Bunker's going to line a center, a base hit into the right center field gap. He's going to touch the bag and go for two. He's going to reach there, standing up. Grant Bunker, a leadoff double for the Warriors. He hit it where they weren't and hit it just hard enough that it split the gap, didn't get all the way to the fence.
Well, if that gets all the way to the fence, that's a triple. But Harris able to get over there and cut it off. And now the Warriors with their first opportunity, first base runner, and the guy that rolled out of bed yesterday after not seeing live pitching for 3 weeks and got 3 hits will be coming to the plate.
Jack Large, Warrior first baseman, left-handed hitting. 352, 4 homers, 27 RBIs. In an RBI situation here with good speed out at second base. Large right back up the middle and into center field for a base knock. They're going to hold Bunker at third. And the Warriors have a rally started as Jack Large continues to come back with a vengeance.
I don't think Bunker got a very good jump on that base hit back up the middle. He had to make sure that Iglite didn't catch it. And I think with nobody out and Harris with a very good arm out in center field, I don't think Coach Leonasia wanted to run himself out of an inning.
That's right. And now you got Grant Victor. Victor comes up. He's hitting 352 with a homer and 18 RBIs. Warrior third baseman digs into the back of the box and now gets set. Iglite going to have to work out of the stretch now. Warriors putting pressure. First pitch swinging, ground ball, third base. Picked up over there by Self. Goes 5-4-3 as Victor took a long time getting out of the box. And the Gators turning around the horn double play.
Well, and you're in no man's land there if you're Bunker, because if you take off, you're going to run yourself into an out, but you avoid the double play. But when he dove back, that became just a very easy 5-4-3 double play. Now it's going to take a 2-out base hit by Paz or a Gator mistake to get the Warriors on the board.
Paz 0 for his last 35.
So you're saying he's due?
He is due. First pitch, fastball, strike one. And you said it best last night. When you are struggling mightily, you are behind all day long.
I'd like to see Paz just take one right back up the middle like Large did.
Off-speed pitch, swung on and missed. Paz tried to slow his swing down.
Well, and Victor's ball, the only place you really didn't want him to hit it was right to the third baseman. He hits it anywhere else. Even if you give up the double play, you're going to get the run.
Iglite. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. On a pitch that was in the dirt and wide. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I think Paz going to see a steady diet of hard sliders here with Iglite out in front of the count 1-2.
Iglite winds, deals, and that's chopped slowly to shortstop. Robinson comes in, bobbles it, he's not going to get it. The Warriors are going to get a run, and Paz is on first, and that's going to be another error on the Gator shortstop.
And that's a gift, but you know what? If you're Paz, didn't strike out, made contact, made them make a play, and Robinson unable to do so. I think, Eric, you said that's his 16th or now 17th error of the year.
It's been a bunch. And he is a flashy shortstop that can make the spectacular. But sometimes the routine, and that wasn't routine necessarily. He had to charge it hard, but Paz not with great speed. Kind of hurried it. And now Matty Elser stands in and takes a strike on the inside upper corner, 0-1. But the Warriors break the ice. They get the first run and will now be playing ahead.
We talked about the importance of scoring early against a team that has been struggling.
Elser swings and misses through a fastball that was high. It's 0-2.
And Elser gets himself in trouble. He takes too big of a swing, kind of pulls his head off the ball. When Matty's going well, he's taking the ball back up the middle, right center field, shortening up that stroke a little bit. Very long and slow, that first swing.
Elser 0-2 now. And he's going to take called strike 3.
So in the inning, the Warriors pick up a run on 2 hits. There was 1 error and a runner left. We've played 2 full. Stanislaus on top 1-0 as we head to the 3rd inning. Don't go away. We got more Warrior baseball coming your way.
Looking for something to do, places to go, and things to see in the Turlock area? Turlock Direct magazine features local companies, advertises fantastic events, and contains coupons of all kinds. If you live in the Turlock-Denair area, a Turlock Direct magazine lands in your mailbox. Look for your copy every month. Interested in advertising to 30,000 addresses? Check out their website at turlockdirect.com or call Jamie at 675-7636. Turlock Direct magazine. Every mailbox, every month.
Welcome back, everybody. 2 innings in the books. Warriors on top, 1-0. They've got 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. The Gators, no runs on 1 hit. They have committed 1 error. Tyler Murphy coming out for his 3rd inning of work, and he's going to face the bottom of the order in Mitch Sancier. We're going
to go with Sancier because it's easier.
Even though Sancier is French, you don't?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Sancier.
We didn't get a pronunciation guide for Mr. Sancier, so we're going to go with what we think it is.
Well, we didn't get one for Iglite either.
We had to go ask.
Yeah. Jack Harris and then Brady Dorn. Those are the 3 scheduled batters for the Gators. And to bring you the 3rd and 4th innings, the one, the only, thank God, Brian Nelson.
Amen to that.
I talked to Aaron about that one.
No, I'm sure she'd be in full agreement. Sancier, Harrison, Dorn to face Murphy. Murphy with a 1-0 advantage now. Whereas with an unearned run in the bottom of the 2nd inning. First pitch to Sancier is on the outside corner. Strike 1 for Sancier. He is just 3 for 9 this year. He has scored a run. He has walked 4 times. He has struck out 3 times. This is his 5th start of the year. And he will swing and miss at a hard fastball on the outside corner. Strike 2. Sancier, a 6'2", 210-pound junior from Campbell, transferred from Santa Barbara City College. I'm going to get to know that area fairly well, Santa Barbara.
Yeah, you got somebody heading down that direction.
I do. Fastball on the outside corner, called strike 3, and Sancier is retired on 3 pitches.
Murph again pitching from ahead. It's allowing him to mix his pitches really well, and he is getting the leadoff guy out, which for Tyler, that is critical in every one of his starts.
Jack Harris will be the batter. Flew out to center field his first time up, and there's a little cut fastball, just misses off the plate. Ball 1. Harris, who went 1 for 4 here last night with a strikeout. The 1-0 pitch, misses high, 2-0. And I think that may be the first time today that Murphy's been behind in the count 2-0. He has been able to get strike 1 consistently, where he's only thrown 34 pitches here with 1 out in the 3rd. Fastball misses way outside, 3-0.
And that, I know, is the first time we've gone 3-0.
I think it's only the second 3-ball count he's even had. The other one was the 3-2 pitch to Rogers that he walked him on. 3rd batter of the ball game. 3-0 pitch. Fastball at the letters, taken for a strike, 3-1.
That's a 3-0 strike.
Harris, tremendous athlete. Takes a pitch low, ball 4, and that is the second walk by Murph. This time a 1-out walk, and we'll see Brady Dorn, who you and I were talking about before. He's just one of those guys just scares you.
Well, Brian, you mentioned all of the accolades he had last year, and then coming into this year, the kid, he was first team all regular season. He was an all West region and an all CCAA player. He was a preseason first team
all-region player.
All-region.
And he hit 370 last year with 33 RBIs. And the first pitch is a fastball taken for a strike. And Dorn kind of squared the bunt and pulled the bat back. And if I'm Stanislaus and he wants to bunt here,
please.
I'm okay.
Give yourself up. We're good.
I'm okay with that because that just opens first base with Rogers, the left-handed hitter, waiting on deck. Harris has got 4 stolen bases in 5 attempts at first, and Dorn going to hit one up the middle, double play ball. Second high hope, and De La Guardia drops it, and everybody's going to be safe. Well, that went from a double play ball to first and second and 1 out.
That is too bad. It was got a little bit casual. He was going to try to flip it with his glove, it looked like,
And it's going to end up on an E6.
Well, the second hop came up a little higher on Brandon than I think he expected. And I think in his haste to try to get the ball to Margiota quickly to get the double play, he got nobody. And now the guy that has been as impressive swinging the bat as anybody so far in this series, Trevor Rogers, comes to the plate. He walked his first time up. Rogers yesterday was 2 for 3 with a walk and a home run. And the first pitch is in the dirt, blocked by Elser, 1-0.
So early on, this becomes the first test for Murph. A walk and an error, 2 gifts. And now he's got to see if he can dig out of this inning. That leadoff strikeout becomes very important potentially here.
Warriors double play depth up the middle. Victor well off the line at third. Lars playing behind the runner at first, and Murphy throws a fastball outside 2-0. Murph's got to work through this now. He thought mentally he was out of the inning with the double play ball up the middle, and now he's got to refocus and make a pitch and pick up his teammate. Trevor Rogers, open stance, left-handed hitter, does not wear batting gloves. And the 2-0 pitch misses inside, and now Murphy's behind in the count 3-0. And you can tell from the body language that Murphy's frustrated.
Yep, and he doesn't have that fluid follow through. He's jerking off of his pitches.
And I would not be surprised if Trevor Rogers has the green light here to let her rip. He has had as good a swings as any Gator we have seen so far this weekend. 3-0 pitch, misses inside, ball 4. Rogers walks for the second time, and the bases are loaded with 1 out for the cleanup hitter, Colin Gable. Really, none of those were terribly close.
Nope.
It's a strike. That's a strike right there.
Now, got himself into a real situation.
Gable who flew out to center field to end the first inning.
Here we go.
Warriors love to get a double play ball here. Murph looking for a ground ball at an infielder, a pop-up, or a strikeout. Warriors lead 1-0, but the Gators have the bases loaded with 1 out, 2 walks and an error. So a lot of gifts given to the Gators in this inning by Stanislaus. The first pitch to Gable misses, ball 1.
Oh, Murph, here we go, kid. 1 pitch.
Maybe a little low.
1 pitch right here. Here we go.
Again, Murph, who's been a little wild in this inning, not getting the close pitches. And Coach Kenny Leonasio going to go out there and just try to calm down his senior right-hander. And you can tell Murph with the body language is not focused the way you need him to be right now.
And not only has he lost a little bit of focus, but he's trying too hard. Right now he's overthrowing some things. He hasn't put things behind him. Whether it's the walks or the errors, you just got to put those behind you and go to the next batter.
So after the leadoff man, Sancerre struck out looking. A walk to Harris, an error by De La Guardia on the ground ball hit by Dorn. And then a 4-pitch walk to Rogers, and now Murphy behind in the count 1-0. The Warriors lead 1-0. That lead is precarious at the moment. So Coach Leonasio has said his piece. And Murphy back on the mound in the stretch as Elser gets back into the squad.
Roll it up, kid.
Gable waits. Runners take their leads from all 3 bags. The 1-0 pitch is a fastball fouled off to the right and out of play, strike 1.
Yeah, it actually came back into play off the tree.
Well, there you go.
Out of play, in play, dead ball.
That is not easy to do.
No.
Could not do that if you tried.
No.
Margiota and De La Guardia double play depth up the middle. Victor even with the bag at third. 1-1 pitch is a fastball taken for a strike, 1-2. And again, Gable up there guessing, and he guessed wrong.
And that was an excellent pitch, too. Fastball, outer half at the knees.
So a big pitch here for Murph. Ahead in the count, 1-2.
Could be pitching for the strikeout right here.
Lopez, the left-handed hitter, waits on deck. The 1-2 pitch is chopped through the right side into right field for a base hit. Scoring is Harris. Being held at third is Dorn on a 2-strike RBI single by Gable, his 8th RBI of the year. And that was just a nice piece of hitting. That was not a bad pitch. It was away, and Gable just went with it. and it's a 1-1 ball game.
Well, in that situation, too, you're pinching your second baseman towards second base for the double play, and Gable just found the hole. Ties the score, keeps the bases loaded.
And now if you're Murphy, you're trying to limit the damage. Is now Harley Lopez, who is the leading home run hitter for San Francisco State, comes to the plate. Lopez, who was out trying to bunt his first time up. And the first pitch fastball taken at the letters, strike one. And so the error by Dale LaGuardia really, really hurts.
Even if they could have got one right there. Just got that force out. Would have been a much better situation right now.
Lopez, who leads the Gators with 8 home runs. He's also the RBI leader with 27. And he's going to drive one to right field. Coming in as Bunker, he is going to make the catch. Tagging is Dorn. The throw is going to be cut off by Large. Sliding in safely is Dorn on a sacrifice fly by Lopez, and it's now a 2-1 ball game.
Lopez did exactly what he wanted to. Elevated the ball. Got the ball in the air, and it was enough to get Dorn home, despite the strong throw from Bunker that was cut off. I don't think he was going to get him if he let it go through, but the throw was on line.
So now with 2 outs, Antone Self will be the batter. Self flew out to center field his first time up. Now here the important part for Murph is do not allow any more runs to score. You're down 2-1. And the first pitch to Self misses inside, ball 1. Self, who last night went 0 for 3 with a walk and a strikeout. Senior third baseman. Has 3 home runs this year in just 60 at-bats. Takes a fastball on the outside, strike 1, 1-1. So the walks in the air prove costly for the Warriors here. Murphy unable to get that shutdown inning. And San Francisco has taken their first lead in this series, 2-1 here in the top of the third inning. One pitch, swung on and missed, strike 2, and Murphy just threw a fastball right by him.
Yeah, that was a big cut, big uppercut out there by Self. I mean,
he was trying to hit a 3-run bomb.
He wanted to let go.
Now Murphy just one pitch away from getting out of this mess with any further damage. 1-2 the count. Fastball misses high, 2-2. Well, after Murph threw 27 pitches, I believe, in the first 2 innings, he has thrown 26 here in inning number 3. And it all started with a 1-out walk. Amazing how that happens.
Yep.
Or from the stretch, runners take their leads from first and second. The 2-2 pitch is fouled back off to the right and out of play, and we'll do it again at 2-2. Rogers the runner at second, Gable the runner at first.
Kid, win it. Battle Murph, here we go, kid.
Crowd who had gotten a little energy when the Warriors took the lead in the bottom of the second has gotten quiet here in the top of the third. 2-2 pitch is a fastball, misses high, 3-2, and now that's going to allow the runners to get in motion.
Yep. Didn't want to go 3 balls. Now just a matter of making a pitch, though. 1 pitch to get out of the mess.
And a very long inning for the Warriors defensively. Runners go, 3-2 pitch is looped towards the left side. Bunker gets it on a funky hop, and Victor will throw out Self, and the side is retired, but not before the Gators pick up a couple of runs on a hit. There was 1 huge error and 2 runners left on. We're going to head to the bottom of the third inning. It's the Gators 2 and the Warriors 1.
Look, in today's culture, we all work hard and play hard, which means our bodies hurt. Sometimes we need a place to relax, rejuvenate, help manage our pain, and recover from another active sports weekend. The Recovery Lab in Turlock is just the place. Featuring ice baths, the Normatec leg system, Mark Pro Pulsation, and the new cryotherapy chamber, the Recovery Lab has everything you need to get your body back to its peak performance. The lab is located at 330 Crane Avenue in Turlock and is open Monday through Saturday. For more information or to schedule a one-on-one consultation, call 209-250-2555 or check them out on Facebook and Instagram at KW Recovery Lab. The Recovery Lab in Turlock, helping you recover as hard as you train.
We go to the bottom of the third. Warriors find themselves down for the first time in the series, and it's going to be up to Jace Gardner, Braden Oakey, and Brandon De La Guardia to get themselves back on top here in the bottom of the third and see if they can answer that as Iglite goes for that shutdown inning. That anytime a team scores, for those of you who don't listen to baseball a whole lot, anytime a team scores, if a pitcher can come out and throw that shutdown inning, get their team back in the dugout and playing offense again, that is a huge factor in momentum.
So Gardner hitting .246 with a couple of home runs and 7 RBIs. Eric will give you some scores from around the CCAA here in just a minute. The first pitch from Iglite to Gardner is taken on the outside corner, strike one.
So let's look at the CCAA scoreboard, courtesy of Carrie Unternair Dentistry. And we'll start down in San Bernardino, where, again, the Coyotes have jumped out on top 2-1 over Monterey Bay.
There's a slider taken for a strike, and quickly Gardner behind in the count 0-2. Gardner, who pinch hit in the 8th inning last night, walked and came around to score a run.
And as Brian's talking, Monterey Bay just evened the score at 2-2.
And they don't look to be done either. 0-2 pitch is a fastball, misses way out high and outside, 1-2.
In the bottom of the 6th, it's still Sonoma 1-0 over Chico State. Chico State threatening, though, with a runner on second base. East Bay stays hot. They're ahead 3-1 in the top of the 3rd over Cal State LA.
Pitch is hit slowly up the third base side, coming in to get himself. He will glove it, he will throw, and he will not get Gardner, as Gardner just way too quick. Really, the only hope Self had was to barehand that, and once he went to his glove hand, Gardner was going to beat it out. It's an infield single for Jace. Second consecutive time the Warriors have gotten the leadoff man on. And now we'll go back to the top of the order, and Braden Oakey. And Braden Oakey is 7th in the country in sacrifice bunts, Eric. And what do you think he is probably going to do here?
My guess, he'll lay it down.
A little push up the first base side?
Up the first side. We've seen it once, twice, 3 times. He's a bunter. See what I did there?
Yeah, I did. I wasn't sure where you were headed with that. I was hoping it wasn't that direction, but you know, we can hope and pray. Things don't always go that way.
You just never know, do you?
Oh, I do. Oakey, who granted out to shortstop his first time up. Outfield very shallow. And he's going to bone one up the first base side. It's going to be right to Lopez, and he's going to have an easy job of, to Rogers. Used to last night when Lopez was at first. Rogers picks the ball up, and he will tag out Oakey. On the plate, Gardner moves to second, so the Warriors have the tying run in scoring position with 1 out for Brandon De La Guardia.
So get him on, get him over.
Get him in.
Small ball, whatever you want to call it. That's the Warriors' forte, and they've started off here again. Leadoff batter is on. Number 2 drops down the sacrifice, and now De La Guardia can make up for that error.
De La Guardia, who lined out to center field his first time up. Brandon, who had 4 hits here last night and 3 RBIs, he's going to swing and flail at a slider, strike 1.
Brandon knows he's got an opportunity now to atone.
Margiotta on deck. Gardner, who is got good speed, the runner at second base. Of the arms in the outfield, from what we've seen thus far, Harris, the center fielder, with the strongest of the 3. There is a pitch taken for strike 2, and quickly De La Guardia behind in the count 0-2. And almost looked like Brandon again was guessing for something and guessed wrong.
So as we continue the walk around the CCAA.
The walk's over.
That's all that's going on so far.
Remember, the other 2 games down in the south, San Marcos Pomona and UC San Diego Dominguez Hills, those are single games. They'll start at 3 o'clock this afternoon. The 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed, strike 3, and that was not a good at-bat for Brandon De La Guardia. 2 away, and Vinny Margiotta will step to the plate, and Vinny is due in many, many different ways. Margiotta, who fouled out to first base his first time up. Vinny with 43 RBIs, still one of the top RBI men in the conference. But he does not have an RBI since early in the Pomona series 2 weekends ago.
With runners in scoring position, Margiotta hitting .368, 25 out of 68 for Vinny.
First pitch is a fastball, misses high, ball one.
And with Grant Bunker on deck. Vinny is one of those unique guys. You're not going to be too careful with him because he doesn't have the power to put one and really hurt you. But with 43 RBIs.
Fastball taken for a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. That's a tough strike.
That is a tough strike.
Get to 2 strikes, Vinny's going to try and just take that to right field. And we've seen Margiotta, when he's going well, he really peppers that right field foul line.
He's got a big gap, too, on the infield to the right side.
Just a little ground ball to the right side. There's no way that Dorn or Rogers could get to it, and Gardner with 2 outs to be able to easily score. And Vinny swings and misses, pulled off on that pitch, and it's 1-2. They were working with Vinny in batting practice today on being quick, not swinging hard, just being quick to the ball. Sometimes Vinny will get in a little bit of a habit of trying to jerk balls instead of just staying within himself.
And that swing was a bit elongated.
1-2 the count. Fastball in the dirt, and Margiotta knocks it down. Margiotta took it. Hare knocked it down. I'm going to get guys right here eventually, trust me. Man, oh, man. It's only game 1. That doesn't bode well.
Bottom of the third of game 1. You're just getting warmed up.
Or worn out, one of the two. 2-2 pitch is looped foul off to the right. That was the extendo bat.
That was Vinny's emergency swing. Let's just spoil that one. I think he just asked home plate umpire Pat Rivera, was that a strike or not?
Gable very shallow in right field. Ball hit on a line to right for a base hit. Going to be a challenge for Gardner to score from second base. 2-2 pitch is hit foul up the first base side.
So Margiotta staying alive. He's seeing a lot of pitches.
Yeah, now this will just be the 40th pitch of the day for Iglite. He has not had to throw him very many pitches here in the first 3 innings. And you'd like to be 45 or under through 3. I think Murph's at about 60. That does not bode well for a lengthy outing. Again, Gardner's lead from second. Warriors trail 2-1 here with 2 outs. 2-2 pitch, hangs up high, and the count goes full, 3-2. Iglite didn't really snap that breaking ball, and that one hung up and high out of the strike zone. So Margiotta's worked the count full. Trying to pick up Gardner, get him home, and get this game tied. Iglite from the stretch. 3-2 pitch is fouled back to the screen, and Margiotta swung a ball 4.
Yep, but it was another emergency swing, too. That ball was dipping low and out of the strike zone, and he just felt the need to protect, and he did.
Grant Bunker waits on deck, where he's love to see him get a chance to hit here in this bottom of the third, where they trail San Francisco State 2-1, a huge game with conference and regional implications. The 3-2 pitch is a jam shot hit slowly to third. Self, the third baseman's got it. He will sling it across the diamond in time, and Iglite pitches out of the leadoff single. Nothing doing for the Warriors here. They had a hit and a runner left. We're through 3 here in Turlock. It's San Francisco State 2 and the Warriors 1.
When the game's over and you're looking for a place to hang out with your friends, who doesn't like pizza and beer? Right across the street, Pizza Factory, located on West Monte Vista Avenue, just across from Stan State University. A great place to hang out. serving fresh pizzas, salads, pasta, and wings, and now featuring the new beer wall. The beer wall, where they're serving domestic, classic, and specialty microbrews. They have daily specials, especially Thirsty Thursdays, where pints are just $2 and wings are 50 cents each. Multiple big screen TVs, video games for the kids, and a party room for large groups. They've got it all. Call in your order at 634-5000 or find coupons and order online at pizzafactory.com. Pizza Factory in Turlock. We toss them. They're awesome.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. We are going to inning number 4 here in Game 1. It is a 2-1 Gator lead. 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error for San Francisco State. Stanislaus has got 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error. Tyler Murphy comes out for his 4th inning of work. He's going to have to face bottom of the order, Jason Hare, Shaq Robinson, and Mitch Sancier.
And Eric, we've been joined in the Hawksgrove broadcast booth by a guy who will be the newest one, a guy we'll be talking about for 4 years.
It's what I hear. It's what I hear.
Tyler Meyer has joined us here in the Hawksgrove broadcast booth. Tyler signed his letter of intent to come play baseball here at Stanislaus State. He is finishing up his high school career at Big Valley Christian High School up in Modesto. First pitch to Hare is taken outside, ball 1.
I guess we can talk to him.
We could talk to him. If he wants to talk, we'll let him talk.
We're alumni from TC, so
be nice.
We'll be nice.
Fastball misses inside 2-0. So, Tyler, tell us a little bit about your journey to get here to Stanislaus State.
Well, I've always loved baseball.
Here, put that right up close, man. Right up close.
Oh, perfect. There we go.
Fastball is taken for a strike, 2-1.
Well, I've just been surrounded by baseball my whole life, and Coach Kenny actually reached out to me because we play TC in our league. So
next pitch is a fastball, misses high, 3-1. Three-one pitch is looped slowly to shortstop on the short hop. De La Guardia's got. He will throw it across in time for out number 1.
The next batter for the Gators.
1 away, and the batter will be Shaq Robinson. Robinson, who flied out to right field his first time up.
So as you were saying, your journey to Stanislaus started with contact with Leonasio through BV and TC.
Right. So we played them in our league games, and he kind of reached out to me after one of our games and invited me to play for this summer team he's got going.
First pitch to Robinson is a bunt attempt, and he misses it, strike 1.
So I've been playing for that team for the last couple years, and then he presented the offer to me to come play here, and it was too good to pass up. So I'm excited to contribute to the Warriors next 4 years.
Outstanding. You'll be part of a very, very young, revamped pitching staff next year.
Fastball misses high, 1-1.
So as a pitcher, what do you bring to the table? What do you throw? And what can we look forward to seeing next year?
Right. Well, I throw 4 pitches. I'll throw a fastball, changeup, curveball, and a slider.
Next pitch is foul back to the screen to Murph out in front, 1-2.
Upset the bird that was sitting on top of the screen right there.
At least it didn't hit the bird. Went on a Randy Johnson moment.
Yeah, most people that are listening have no idea what you're talking about.
I bet does Tyler know what it is?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
See, there you go. It's a baseball fan right there. That slider misses outside, 2-2.
So you got 4 pitches.
Yep, the fastball and changeup is really my bread and butter, kind of what I go to, because changeup looks exactly the same as the fastball, but it really just kind of drops off the table, gets a lot of ground balls, swings and misses. So that's what we want to do as pitchers, get soft contact.
2-2 pitch is popped up right towards the hill.
Kelly's got it. Kelly.
Hawksgrove broadcast booth. Kelly was ready. Phil had his hand out, and
I don't even know where it went.
It went behind us, which is probably good.
We do have the Super Saturday team here in the press box today. We got Dennis on the scoreboard, Michael on stats, Hung sitting over there kind of overseeing the whole thing. I'm looking at Phil Magner, our number 1 PA guy for Saturdays.
That pitch is fouled at the plate as Robinson barely gets a piece of it.
For Saturdays. We got Kelly over in the corner and Brenna still with some kind of fuzzy animal over on the backside. Don't know what she's doing with that.
Well, Brenna's going to give away another Get in the Game T-shirt here today, I believe.
Is she going to give away the dog?
I don't think so. That probably would not be good. Of course, they might want it more than the Get in the Game T-shirt.
So, back to baseball. But we digress.
2-2 the count to Robinson. Pitch is slash foul. Look out. And that is very similar to the ball we saw hit here on Saturday last week that caught a young fan. Fortunately, the fan was okay, and it was nothing more than a bruise, but those are scary.
So what was it about Stanislaus that really attracted you to this place?
Well, I knew I wanted to stay somewhat close to home.
Basically, they both went like this.
Pitch is chop foul off of Robinson's foot.
And this is about as close to home as I can get because I'm still going to be living at home, which will be really nice. But Coach Kenny's going to give me an opportunity to play both ways if I can earn my spot that way. So I'm looking forward to being able to pitch and trying to play outfield and being in the lineup as well. And that's something that not a lot of schools can offer to their players. It's either pitching or a position player.
Yeah, and I think he'll be in good company. I think Ryland Tinsley's looking to do that same thing next year as well.
Right.
The guy we will see in Game 2 of this doubleheader. Again, the 2-2 pitch to Robinson is strike 3, and Murphy gets his second strikeout, 2 away.
For Murph, big deal to get the first 2 outs of this inning, kind of bounce back from what happened last inning.
In your tours of different places you look to play, Tyler, how much did this beautiful ballpark and the facilities they have here really influence your decision?
Oh, it makes a big impact. I know Coach Kenny works hard and long to keep it looking the way it does, which I really respect, and it's beautiful to play here, and everything's just absolutely perfect. Yeah.
And a lot of people don't understand this, but up and down the valley.
Pitch is chop foul by Sancerre. It's 1-1. Sancerre struck out looking his first time up.
Division I, Division II, no matter how this is one of the nicest ballparks. Even as you look at the UOPs or the Fresno States or some of those D1 parks, the only thing that they have on this field is that they have more seating. The field itself and the view and it's just as good as any.
Yeah, Sancerre hits one on a couple of hots to Margiotta. He's got it. He will throw him out. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for Tyler Murphy. We're going to go ahead and keep it here and complete our conversation here with Tyler Meyer. Nothing doing for San Francisco State in the fourth. We're going to head to the bottom of the fourth inning. It is a 2-1 Gator lead. And Tyler, as you look at this, is there one thing you enjoy doing more than another? Do you see yourself as a pitcher who can hit and play the outfield, or do you see yourself as a hitter who can also pitch?
If I had to say, I think I'd be more of a pitcher who can do other things. If I were to play any past college, I think I would be primarily a pitcher. That's kind of where I see myself being successful in the long run, and it's kind of what I enjoy to do most of all. Being out there on the mound is one of the best things I ever experienced. So to be able to do that and to be able to contribute in other ways, whatever I can to help the Warriors win some more games.
Well, and that's going to be important next year. We were talking about it earlier. It is going to be a completely revamped pitching staff, and it has a possibility of having a sophomore and 3 freshmen as your starters, with you being in that mix if you can earn your way in there. That bodes well long-term, and I think as a player, you want to take that short-term and long-term look at things, don't you?
Right, absolutely. I think Ryland Tinsley's the freshman that's going to be coming back next year, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so to have a young pitching staff, it's something that's really exciting. Something that's a little scary as well, but looking forward to the challenge, and I'm sure we're hoping to live up to it.
Maybe Bunker, Large, and Victor for the Warriors. They trail here 2-1, bottom of the fourth inning. We're talking with Tyler Meyer, newest Stanislaus State Warrior. He will begin his career here next year. First pitch from Iglite to Bunker, misses high, ball 1. So, Tyler, did you play any other sports in high school growing up?
Oh, yeah. I played soccer this year, and I was our goalkeeper.
Next pitch to Bunker is a fastball on the outside corner, 1-1.
And then I played basketball my freshman year, but I was a little bummed because they moved basketball to winter, which is the same season as soccer, so I had to choose, and I played soccer the rest of my career at Big Valley.
1-1 pitch. Catches the inside corner, strike 2, and Bunker not buying that. He thought that pitch was inside.
Grant coming off a 1-for-4 performance last night where he did drive in a run.
Bunker trying to get things started. He doubled leading off the second, came around to score the one Stanislaus run, and he will not be able to hold up as he goes around strike 3, and that's out number 1. Third strikeout for Iglite, and now Jack Large will be the batter. Large singled in the second. Jack now 4 for 5 in this series. Now, Tyler, do you know Jack? Because he's also from Modesto. Do you have any experience getting to know Jack at all?
I know of him. I've never met him, though. I tracked him as he was at Bayer. I think I was a freshman maybe or in 8th grade when he was a senior at Bayer.
First pitch to Large is popped up, foul territory off to the left and out of play, strike one.
Jack red hot coming off of a 3-hit game last night, or he's got a hit tonight. That's a man, he can fall out of bed and hit. Flat out, no questions asked. Saw his average jump to 352.
In his career against San Francisco State, he is now 13 for 35 with 11 RBIs. And he takes a fastball just low, 1-1.
One thing you'll see out of Iglite, he is not going to come inside to Jack.
No, especially with the way the ball can carry to right field here, especially on a warm afternoon like we have today. One pitch is hit out into left field. Going back is the left fielder Lopez. He will square up now. He will make the catch for out number 2. So quickly, Iglite retires the first 2 hitters in the inning, and Grant Victor will be the backer. Victor hit into a 5-4-3 double play with runners at the corners and nobody out. It was interesting because Bunker didn't take off on it because it was hit right to the third baseman. And Victor hit into a double play. Victor takes a pitch low, ball 1. Victor been one of the hottest Warrior hitters over the last
since he started
weeks.
Playing.
Yeah, but it's even been a little hotter lately. He is now 21 for his last 54 as he takes the fastball in the outside corner, strike 1.
That's a tick under 400.
Yeah, that's warm.
That's not bad.
Hit a home run here against UC San Diego 3 weekends ago. Fastball swung on a miss, strike 2, and Victor behind the count, 1-2. Tyler, Victor's known as the character on the team.
Okay.
He's got personality. He's got a mohawk, just to kind of give you a little sense. Not that everybody with the mohawk has personality, but it kind of goes together. The 1-2 pitch, fastball misses outside, 2-2.
You kind of see that with the way he plays for sure.
Yeah, there's a little flair to the way he plays. He's a good player, just a sophomore. Iglite trying to get his first 1-2-3 inning since the first. And Victor's going to hit on a couple of hops to self at third. He had to back up the long throw in time to get Victor. And the side has retired a very easy 1-2-3 inning for Iglite. We are through 4 here at Warrior Baseball Field. It is San Francisco State 2, Stanislaus 1. I want to thank Tyler Meyer for joining us here in the Hawks Grill broadcast booth. Thank you so much, Tyler. Appreciate it. Good luck to you. We'll see you again next year.
Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
We'll be back with more right after this.
Well, if you haven't been to Hawks Grill lately, you haven't been to Hawks Grill. Located on Main Street at Broadway in downtown Turlock, Hawks Grill is under new management. Michael, the former executive chef and general manager from Galetto's, is now in charge. And the food is terrific at a family-friendly price. They feature the best barbecue in Turlock: chicken, pork, brisket, tri-tip, ribs, and an amazing appetizer, barbecue oysters that you just gotta try. And they have 15 beers on tap that are the coldest in town. And a happy hour from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. featuring all types of great deals. For the sports fan, 23 TVs are available to watch your favorite team at all the big games. So come try them out, and you'll see. Hawks is the best family-friendly sports restaurant and bar in Turlock. Hawks Grill, located on Main Street at Broadway in downtown Turlock.
Top of the 5th inning, it is San Francisco State, 2 runs on 2 hits. They have committed an error for Stanislaus. It is 1 run on 3 hits. They have also committed an error. And, Eric, each of those errors leading to runs. And it is a 2-1 San Francisco State lead. It'll be the top of the order for the Gators. It'll be Harris, Dorn, and Rogers to face Tyler Murphy.
This was where the Warriors got in trouble back in the third. A leadoff or a 1-out walk followed by an error, followed by another walk, loaded the bases, and that eventually led to the 2 runs that the Gators put on the board. Murphy's first pitch is a breaking ball, misses onside for a ball. Last night, Harris went 1 for 4, struck out in that effort. Right-handed batter waits. Murphy deals chop third base and foul. Victor picks it up in foul territory. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Murph now 75 pitches through the first 4 innings and the first batter. We expected these games all weekend long to be low scoring and tight. Last night was no different. It just the Warriors blew it open late. Ball hit up in the air, shallow left field. Gardner can't see it. Now he's got it and comes in and makes the catch.
You get a little panic. You saw Gardner throw both hands up and kind of go, huh? He was able to get there as he eventually tracked it down and got the out.
Well, it was a very bright, sunny day, Eric. It's kind of gotten a little cloudy as the afternoon progressed. They said that by 4 or 5 o'clock this afternoon, it will be overcast and kind of muggy for Game 2 of this doubleheader. You could tell Gardner lost that in the puffy white clouds that have started to make their way here in Turlock.
There's an off-speed pitch taken for a strike by Brady Dorn. Dorn's grounded out and reached on the air. He's 0 for 2. Does have a run scored. Dorn last night came in pinch hit in the top of the ninth and drove an RBI double over the head of Bunker in right field. That ball he hits hard. Oki on his horse going back, and it's over his head. It's going to be off the wall in center field. Dorn is going to trot into second base with a stand-up double. And Brady Dorn looking like he's finding his stroke.
As his second double of this series in just 4 at-bats. And he's a guy that we talked about before, a guy that kind of scares you. Way too good a hitter to be hitting 248.
Well, and here's the deal. I think that ball carried on Braden. He did not take a good path to that ball, and it ended up being just enough to get it over his head. He started flatlining it straight across the outfield and then tried to bow back.
And that's the jet stream out there in right center field. The ball really carries to that part of the ballpark.
Pitch is inside, called a strike. Nobody in the Gator dugout liked that call. 0-1.
Well, after Chico State tied it up in the bottom of the 6th, Sonoma State has gotten 2 more runs in the top of the 7th and now lead the Wildcats 3-1.
Doing a lot of scoreboard watching this weekend. Final week of the regular schedule. Rain makeups next weekend. That pitch is a strike on the outside half, and it's 0-2.
They've gone to the top of the 5th in San Bernardino. It is a 2-2 ball game between the Coyotes and the Otters. Monterey has a runner at second base with 2 outs.
Rogers, 0 for 2. He has been up twice, walked twice. No official at-bats yet. Ball is swung on and fouled off into the parking lot, and that's a windshield seeker.
You know, we have to teach Tyler Meyer not to park in the good places.
Yeah, don't park close.
That's bad idea. Bad idea.
Those will leave a mark.
And they've gone to the top of the 5th in L.A. and East Bay with a 3-1 advantage over the Golden Eagles of Cal State L.A. And they are rallying again as they've got 2 on with nobody out in the 5th.
Rogers steps back in, open stance. Swings and chops one foul right along the line. Down the first base side. Count stays 0-2.
And Margiotta playing out Rover again out in shallow right field.
They don't have the full shift on. They do have De La Guardia swung closer to the bag, but they have Margiotta well onto the grass and swung around towards shallow right center. Pitch misses up high. You can always tell when Murph doesn't like a pitch because he turns his back and he doesn't even see across the plate half the time, I don't think.
And Bunker extremely deep in right field. The only way a ball gets over his head is if it's either off the top of the wall or over the wall.
And we saw Rogers take one out of here yesterday. Murph deals. Pitch swung on and missed, and Murphy gets his 3rd strikeout, and that's a big one. Here's now 2 down with a runner on at second. That's going to bring up Colin Gable. Gable 1 for 2 with an RBI. Gable has picking up his 16th start today. He only had 57 at-bats coming in. He had gone 20 of 57. He's now 21 of 59.
But he did a good job on that base. It was an outside fastball, and he just went with it and chopped it through the right side for an RBI hit.
That's a curveball or a slider that didn't do much of either and stayed way high. It didn't curve, it didn't slide much. Murphy trying to get out of the 5th here. 2 down, a runner on at second. San Francisco State up 2-1. There's a fastball on the outer black. 1 ball, 1 strike. The wind has died down. Flag hangs limp out in left field. Trees aren't moving. Our hawk sitting on the uppermost tree limb watching the game.
It's got to have the hawk report. Every Saturday and Sunday we get the hawk report.
Love myself, our bird of prey. Sits way up on the top branch.
He's got the best seat in the house.
That's like Tightwad Hill over at Berkeley. Curveball doesn't get the call, and it's 2-1.
Or it's like the rooftops
in Wrigley.
There exactly.
You go. Let's keep it baseball. Let's go with the rooftops in Wrigley.
I like that.
Because for him, that is kind of his rooftop.
And our Cubs fan, Phil Magner, tells us that's a good place to sit.
You say Cubs in a sentence, and he says it's a good sentence. It really doesn't matter. 2 balls and a strike with 2 outs. Murph gets the sign. It's hit on the ground. Worm burner right to Margiotto. He's got it. Margiotto throws out large. And there's the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, a runner left. We've played 4.5. Scores San Francisco State 2, Stanislaus State 1. We'll be right back.
Lori Crivelli and Crivelli Insurance Services have been serving their clients throughout Northern California for over 25 years. Lori and her staff provide clients with personalized and professional service, specializing in farm and business insurance policies. Whether you're looking for a quote or simply a review of your current policy, Crivelli Insurance is here to meet your needs. They provide personalized risk assessment reports, along with the willingness to truly explain the products and coverage that'll be best for you. Call them today for a free quote at 209-668-3319 or contact them online at crivelliinsurance.com. Lori Crivelli and Crivelli Insurance Services. They get you. A truly independent, local insurance agency.
Bottom of the 5th inning. We are halfway through this one here at Warrior Baseball Field. The Warriors trail San Francisco State 2-1. Want to remind you that get in the game up on iTunes, Stitcher, on the BlueChipBroadcasting.com website. We got to get a new one out, Eric, sometime this week. Got to come with a topic, don't we? That's what we have the youngins for, right? Their job to figure all that out this week.
I guess.
So we'll hopefully have one up for you next weekend. Eric and I were both on hiatus. Eric was on a real big assignment. I was on a family trip. Eric was on vacation. There's a difference. How many kids and grandkids did you have with you, Eric?
0.
I had plenty.
First pitch, pause. Ground ball, shortstop. Robinson's got it. Fires on the first base, and Alexis Paz continues his battle. 1 down. Paz now 0 for 2. That's going to bring up Matty Elser. Elser, the catcher, he's 0 for 1. Got caught looking back in inning number 2. Warriors been really, really quiet since they put back-to-back base hits on the board in the second. They've only gotten 2 base runners, 1 hit since. Eglite deals, and that ball is hit left field. Right at the left fielder, now ranging over towards the foul line, makes the catch, and there's 2 away.
Well, nothing like a 2-pitch, 2-out start to the bottom of the 5th. Eglite only now with 56 pitches with 2 outs in the 5th inning.
You know, he's thrown up there, again, Eglite, a guy with an ERA over 5, doing the same thing to the Warriors.
Oh, Luis Salinas did last night.
Salinas did last night. Fastball taken for strike 1. Jace Gardner, he has a base hit. It was the last hit the Warriors had back in the 3rd. He led off the 3rd inning with a hit, went to second on a sacrifice, where then he died. Another fastball, knees, outside corner, strike 2.
Well, Eglite has been able to hit his spots. You have not seen Hare move his glove very much at all in this ball game.
Just nice and relaxed for the Gator pitcher. Eglite deals. That one is too far outside.
Eric East Bay has expanded their lead over Cal State LA. It is now 5-1 Pioneers as they go to the bottom of the 5th inning. And Monterey Bay has scored 2 in the top of the 5th. They lead San Bern 4-2. And they're still batting.
The ball is rolled through the right side and into right field, and Gardner has himself another hit. A 2-out base knock right field.
Boy, Rogers did not see that off the bat at all. I didn't think that was hit that far from him.
So Jace Gardner picks up the 4th hit for the Warriors. That's a ground ball that got into the right field space. It's going to leave Braden Oakey with a chance to try to keep the line moving. Oki 0 for 1. He's grounded out and sacrificed. Pitch is low, taken for a ball. This is an area, too, where you may see the Warriors tempted to send Gardner. Now, I know they're trailed by a run, but Oki, your leadoff batter, and a guy that has come through in the clutch when he's had runners in scoring position. If you can get Gardner at second, give him a chance, or even if he's thrown out, start the next inning with the top of the order.
Where the Warriors typically have quite a bit of success.
I think Iglite aware of that as well. He's thrown over to chase Jace twice. Pitch is chopped second base. Taking a step back is Dorn, and he makes the throw over to Shaq Robinson for the force out. And the side is retired in the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, one runner left. We've played 5 full, 2-1 Gators. You're listening to the Stanislaus State Warrior baseball team on the Blue Chip Broadcast Network. Don't go away. We got more coming your way.
It's finally here. At Bonander Buick GMC in downtown Turlock, the newly redesigned 2019 GMC Sierra pickup has arrived. With sleek new lines, improved fuel economy, an all-new bold design with innovative technology, and a powerful engine make the 2019 Sierra unlike any pickup truck you have ever driven. Don't believe me? See for yourself at the downtown showroom on East Marshall and South Center Streets, or call 209-417-1072 to schedule a test drive. You can also check out their entire stock of cars and trucks at BonanderBuickGMC.com. Bonander Buick GMC, serving the Turlock area since 1946.
Top of the 6th inning, 2-1 San Francisco State lead. We'll have a second game. It'll be the 7-inning affair. About 35 to 40 minutes after this one. So if you're still out in the Turlock area, still a lot of baseball out here in this ball game, and then a full 7-inning game in game 2. It'll be Rylan Tinsley for Stanislaus, and we believe, though we're not sure, that it'll be Riley Cleary for San Francisco State. It'll be Lopez, Self, and Hare, first 3 hitters for San Francisco State here in the top of the 6th.
Harley Lopez sent a fly ball into right field that was good enough to drive home a run in inning number 3. He's 0 for 1 with that sacrifice. The left-hander waits in a swing and a foul right at home plate.
Lopez, who started yesterday at first base. Today in game 1, he is out in left field. You know, we're talking with before the game, and San Francisco State a little more new school. Stanislaus a little more old school.
Pitch misses away, 1-1.
You watch the San Francisco State guys take BP. A lot of launching, a lot of opening up, trying to drive the ball, lift the ball. Whereas the Warriors, it's a lot of take the ball the other way, hard ground balls, hard line drives.
Next pitch is a fastball, misses wide, 2-1.
So San Francisco State with 9 stolen bases total in their starting lineup. The Warriors with 35 in the top 3 hitters. I mean, just the difference that you see between these two teams.
Lopez waits, Murphy deals, pops it straight up. This one is at Brian. You got her, Brian. I'm trusting you. There it is. Actually, I think that would have hit Tyler in the head.
Which would have been bad.
Yeah, except he would have made a play.
Well, that's true.
I got no worries.
You should have had it.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Lopez last night went 1 for 4. The left-hander waits. He's got 8 home runs on the year, and he takes ball 3.
And for Murphy now getting up into the mid to upper 90s in the pitch count here in the 6th inning. You got to figure if they can get him through this inning, might see some activity in the pen, maybe Tommy Stropke or Brandon Scott, depending on how the game plays out.
Swung on a miss. Murphy just blows a fastball by him. And for Murph, that's strikeout number 4, first out of the inning. And that's going to bring up Antone Self. Self 0 for 2. He's flied out to center and grounded out. Self so far in the series 0 for 5. The Gator third baseman settles into the right-handed batter's box. Crowd is continuing to gather. Nice end-of-the-year crowd. He squares, bunts it down the third base line, foul. I think that got Grant Victor's attention. He came charging in a little bit late. Self gathers the bat and comes back to the box. Last night, it was a tight ball game, 2-1 game, similar to this, all the way into the 7th. Curve ball stays up, 1-1.
Where's got a run in the 7th and 4
in the bottom of the 8th.
In the 8th to kind of pull away. And you just got to figure, can you keep it close and give yourself a chance? We've seen Stanislaus really be tough to put away late in ball games.
Fastball overthrown in the dirt, 2-1.
They've gone to the bottom of the 8th inning, Eric. Joshua Medina on to pitch now for Sonoma State. The Seawolves lead Chico State 3-1.
Those two teams battling it out to get into the postseason. Pitch is hammered through the left side and into left field. A base hit, a one-out hit by Antone Self, his first of the series, first of the day. It's going to bring up Jason Hare, the catcher. Hare, he's got a base knock here. He's 1 for 2 with a ground out to shortstop. Hare, no homers, 11 RBIs. Did a great job defensively last night. He's 1 of 4. Takes a ball.
No activity in the Stanislaus bullpen. And Aglite, who I think has barely thrown 60 pitches today. We will not see any activity in the San Francisco pen for a while.
Unless he gets in trouble. You're starting to see for the first time running down to get loose as the first Warrior relief pitcher. There's an off-speed pitch that is fouled at the plate with the runner going.
Self did not get a great jump there. He does not have a stolen base nor a stolen base attempt this season.
I think that was more of a play rather than a straight steal. 1-1.
Murph love to get a double play ball here. Get back in the dugout.
Self gets his lead. Murphy comes to the plate, chop foul down the third baseline, where the third base coach makes a barehanded play. I think that's Schifano.
Yes, I am pretty sure. They've gone to the bottom of the 5th inning in San Bernardino. Monterey Bay extended their lead. They got 3 in the top of the 5th. It is now 5-2 Otters.
Hare waits. Lifts a foul ball out of play right side.
Monterey trying to secure that number 2 seed and put a little pressure on UC San Diego in the number 1 spot. UC San Diego's magic number to clinch the number 1 seed in the tournament is 4, and they have 7 games remaining.
Quick throw to first base. Self dives head first and gets back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out.
It is.
Hare stands in.
Tommy Stropke getting loose for Stanislaus down in the pen.
Another throw over to first. And Self back easily.
Stropke, Tinsley, and Johnson, I think the only 3 guys that throw any, and Gutierrez, the only guys that have thrown any significant innings at all that'll be back next year for Stanislaus in their bullpen.
Fouled at the plate. Hare went after a pitch that was out of the strike zone up high.
You know, it's senior day tomorrow, Eric. You think about all the seniors, especially in that rotation. Wheatcroft, Murphy, Hahn, your 2-headed monster in Scott and Poulos in the bullpen. That's a lot of guys that'll have to be replaced.
Yep. 1-2 pitch is on its way, and that's taken for called strike 3. Hare doesn't like it. 5th strikeout for Murphy. Tyler is grinding, trying to work his way through inning number 6.
That is now pitch 104 for Murph. Remember, he had 29 after 2. So that is 75 pitches that he has had to throw in the last 3 2/3 innings. That's a lot of pitches.
Ball's chopped foul. Again, right to the third base coach, Schifano. Shaq Robinson at the plate. He's flied out and struck out. Gator shortstop 0 for 2. Coming off a game where he went 1 for 3. So 1 for 5 in the series. Robinson's committed 2 errors in this series already, 1 in game 1, 1 in game 2. Shoots a foul ball right side, drifting and out of play. 0-2 now for Murph. I can't say with any certainty. You're late in the year, and if Murph is feeling well, he may come back out for the 7th in a close game, but not sure.
Where's got 7 innings out of Wheatcroft, looking to get 6 innings out of Murph.
Chopper, De La Guardia deep in the hole, long throw, not going to be in time. It's an infield base hit for Shaq Robinson.
I think De La Guardia's only hope was to try to go the short way to Margiotta, but that second big hop really eliminated every opportunity there as Self got down to second base rather quickly. And Murph's going to have to get Sancerre out with 2 on and 2 out.
Mitch Sancerre struck out and grounded out. Was caught looking in the 3rd. Hit a ball to Margiotta in the 4th. Large playing behind the runner at first. Margiotta pinched towards second, now goes back to his regular position. Fastball on the outside corner, strike 1. My guess is we see Stropke come out in inning number 7.
They'd be thrilled. You know, if you get 7 innings out of your ace on Friday night and you get 6 more out of your game 1 guy, that is great.
Floats that one inside, and Murph slaps his glove and says, that one's on me. 1-1.
Here's where Murph's got to bear down. You got to get Sancerre. You don't want to go back to the top of the order in Harris. In fact, I don't think he will be allowed to face Harris if it gets that far.
1-1 the count. Murph checks the runners. Not once, not twice. Now he comes back to the plate. Just outside, slid off the corner. 2-1.
And Sancerre just with 11 at-bats this year. He has 3 hits, making just his 5th start of the season.
Big point in the ball game right here. The senior deals, foul back into the netting.
Boy, Sancerre had a good cut at that. He got every bit of both cheeks into that swing. Just fouled it straight back.
The interesting thing, if you watch a lot of these San Francisco hitters, they are leaning out over the plate, and they end up, after their swing, over in the left-handed batter's box. Yeah, so they are diving into the ball.
They don't get cheated.
Nope. Sancerre waits. Murph gets his sign. 2-2 pitch. And Murph turns and is going to show Self the way back to second base, excuse me.
And Sancerre choke up a little bit on the bat now. Slid up maybe about 1.5 inches, 2 inches. Try to give himself a little more bat control.
Pitch is chopped third base. Victor's got it. Throws across the diamond in time, and Murphy gets out of the inning. An outstanding effort from Tyler Murphy. 6 innings in the book in the 6th. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on. We're going to go to the bottom of inning number 6. It is 2-1 San Francisco State. Don't go away. We got more coming your way.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. The one trying to sneak away and grab a snack before the game comes back on. I want to let you in on a secret. Like you, I'm an avid sports fan, and since my wife no longer allows me to leave the house bare-chested in face paint, I've discovered I can still go all out in support of my teams by visiting Crivelli's Shirts and More. Crivelli's carries all of the Turlock and Pittman gear you could ever need, including Letterman jackets. And they are the only officially licensed retailer of Stanislaus State. Family owned and operated, Crivelli's is located in downtown Turlock at 310 Main Street. They're open Mondays through Fridays from 9 a.m. to 5:30 and Saturdays from 10 to 2. So what are you waiting for? Head on down to Crivelli's on Main Street and gear up.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Warriors still trailing 2-1. And it'll be the 2, 3, 4 hitters, De La Guardia, Margiotta, and Bunker. And I think if you're Stanislaus, the goal in this inning, Eric, is to get Jack Large to the plate. He has been swinging the bat as well as any Warrior. That means if he gets up this inning, at least one runner will be on base. But Warriors going to have to do a little something. And the first 2 guys, De La Guardia and Margiotta, they have struggled here against Iglite.
Iglite's only given up 4 hits through the first 5 innings and 5 base runners total. Warriors have cashed one of those in, but they find themselves down a run. And again, are going to rally, looking to rally late. De La Guardia stands in. He's 0 for 2. He hit a soft line drive into center field and then struck out his second at bat. Chops it, third base, slow. In comes third baseman Self, throws it on just in time to get De La Guardia. Well, 1 pitch, 1 out.
Key to that play, Eric, is that Self was in on the grass expecting the bunt hit. He'd been back at regular depth at third base. I think De La Guardia beats that out, but he had come in even with the grass and was able to make the play.
But there has been, you talked about it during the break, no hard contact by the Warriors. Not since the second inning. Margiotta takes a strike on the inside corner.
Chico State has picked up 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th with 2 outs, and they have tied the game with Sonoma 3-3 and are still threatening with runners at first and second and 2 outs.
Margiotta swings at a pitch well off the outside corner, and it's 0-2.
Vinny looks lost right now at the plate. We talked about he came into this series with a little bit of a scuffle, and that has continued. He is 0 for 6 in this series, and now he is 6 for his last 35.
Pitch misses away, and he lets it go. 1-2. We've seen Vinny dialed, and now we're seeing Vinny struggle just a little bit. Margiotta waits. 1-2 pitch. Taken for called strike 3. Warriors just going down quietly. Their offense not making any noise whatsoever. 2 down for Grant Bunker. Bunker is doubled and struck out. He is 1 for 2. Bunker has scored the only Warrior run of the day. Fastball right at the knees, taken for a strike.
Yeah, Glite just pounded on the strike zone. I'm trying to remember the last time he had a 3-ball count. He's thrown just 68 pitches with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th.
And 50 of them have been for strikes. Slow roller again, third base, and it's going to roll foul. Bunker was going to beat it out if it could stay in fair territory. It did not.
We talked about the fact that San Francisco State does not walk people. They walked 2 yesterday. It was the same guy, Genova. Nobody else walked a hitter, and so far today, Iglite, no walks through 5 2/3 innings. They give up some hits, but if they don't walk people, and you look at the 2 runs that San Francisco State got in the top of the 3rd, an error and 2 walks really led to the 2 runs.
Iglite deals. Bunker swings and misses. And that's going to be the inning. A quiet inning for the Warriors. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We played 6 full, 2-1 San Francisco State.
Disasters and accidents happen. Are you covered? Nathan DeBlevich of Farmers Insurance Group is proud to provide home, life, and auto insurance for individuals and businesses looking for peace of mind. His offices are at 5 East Main Street in downtown Turlock and on Chabot Drive in beautiful Pleasanton, California. Call Nathan to schedule an appointment or find him online at ndfarmers.com. You can reach him in Turlock at 209-485-9006 or in the East Bay at 925-200-8574. Remember, for your peace of mind, call Nathan DeBlevich of Farmers Insurance Group.
PR Farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
Welcome back, everybody. 6 innings in the books. 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the San Francisco State Gators. The Warriors have 1 run on 4 hits and 1 error. And to a lot of people's surprise, including mine, Tyler Murphy comes out to pitch inning number 7. He's thrown 112 pitches, 72 for strikes. He's only had 1 inning where he has retired the side in order. Other than that, he has had to face runners on base most every time. The thing is, he has gotten the leadoff batter out every inning. Makes a huge difference as a pitcher when you can get out number 1. And Murph has been able to do that. That makes the leadoff hitter here, Jack Harris, very, very important.
But he has retired 11 of the last 12 hitters he has faced. And the first pitch to Harris is taken for high ball. Oh, you know what? It'd be helpful if that would be Iglite, who has retired 11 last 12 hitters he's faced.
I was going to say.
You know, it helps when you turn the page to the correct place. Fastball misses high, 2-0. I got to believe that the leash will be short.
Brian, let's take a look around the CCAA scoreboard in a game that we're all watching closely. Chico State has taken a 4-3 lead in the bottom of the 8th over Sonoma and have the bases loaded, trying to get some more.
Fastball misses 3-0.
I don't know where that missed.
I think it was down.
Had to be just a little bit.
So Murph in danger of walking Harris for a second time. Last time he did, Harris came around to score. Harris is 0 for 2. He has popped out, flied out, walked, and scored. And that catches the outside corner, and Harris a little bit in disbelief, and it's now 3-1. And it's now 6-3 Chico State. A 5-run bottom of the 8th. Fastball swung on a miss, strike 2, and the count goes full, 3-2. Well, Sonoma State, who looked like they were cruising, made a pitching change, and Joshua Medina did not have it. Fastball is grounded on a couple of hops to Victor. He backhands it. He throws it in the dirt, and he gets Harris on a bang-bang play at first.
And
nice play by Victor.
He can say thank you to Jack Large, who backhanded it out of the dirt. Jack Large, great job over at first base, helping out his third baseman.
So a nice job by Victor for out number 1 here in the top of the 7th, and Brady Dorn will be the batter. Dorn has grounded out, reached on an error, and scored, and doubled. And Eric, a little more information on that 5-run 8th. All 5 runs unearned.
Oof.
Dorn's going to hit one to short. Backhanded by Dale LaGuardia. The long throw is a little high, but it'll be in time to get Dorn. And quickly, there are 2 away.
I tell you what, Murph is competing today. In that at-bat with Harris, he fell behind 3-0, battled back to a full count, was able to get the ground ball, and then a 1-pitch out by Dorn. And, you know, he's only given up 2 runs, one of them unearned.
Yeah, really.
Murph is doing everything you could ask for.
It was a 4-batter sequence, a walk, an error, a walk, and a single. And a sacrifice fly. That's been it. First pitch to Rogers is taken for a strike. Rogers is 0 for 1. He has struck out, and he has walked twice.
It's really going to be up to the Warrior offense to bail out Stanislaus from this 2-1 deficit.
Pitch to Rogers, off the fist, fouled off to the left and out of play. And Murphy quickly out in front, 0-2. Okie very deep and around towards right. And Eric, I cannot believe what I just had shown to me. And we were just talking about Mr. and Mrs. Alex, and we were missing cookies, and they appear.
Whoa! There is a God.
Yes, we do know that.
Wow.
And he's very good to us today.
Just more proof, more evidence.
Fastball misses outside, 1-2. Oh, we're going to have to go give Mrs. Alexander a hug at between games. Oh, man. And that is a changeup swung on and missed, strike 3. And Tyler Murphy with one of his easiest innings of the day. It is 7th inning stretch time here in Turlock. It's the Gators 2 and the Warriors 1.
I'd like to take just a second to talk to everybody out there about Carrie Unternayer Dentistry. My name's Eric Davis, and Carrie has been the dentist for our family for over 4 generations. He's handled braces, he's handled cavities, he's handled cleanings, he's handled major dental work. His office staff is top-notch. Shannon Rodriguez, the office manager, and Itzo Barrera working up at the front desk are terrific. Elizabeth Rojas assists Carrie in all of his procedures. She is awesome. And Jamie Pimentel, she may be the world's greatest hygienist. I love Carrie Unternayer Dentistry and what they have done for my family. You'll love them too.
Welcome back to Warrior Baseball Field, bottom of the 7th. Normally Eric brings it back during the 7th and 8th innings, but as he's listening to his dentist commercial, he is chomping down on a chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah, baby. Mrs. Alexander.
One of our all-time favorites for many, many reasons. But the cookies are one of them.
Yeah, they're right there.
Stuart Alexander, her son, who had a tremendous year here 2 years ago, one of the many reasons why the Warriors made the CCAA tournament in 2017, and they are 1 win or 1 Pomona loss from going back for the 2nd time in 3 years, and they'd like to do it right here in this ball game, but they trail 2-1. It'll be Large, Victor, and Paz to try to figure out what all of a sudden has become a tremendous puzzle in Jordan Iglite. Lars 1 for 2, and the first pitch is fouled back and out of play to the left. Strike one.
Now, Jack is one of those guys that can make this happen with one swing of the bat, though, too.
And I think if you're Lars, until you get to 2 strikes, you are looking for something you can drive in a gap, as they are really shifted now. Robinson behind second base. Fastball misses outside, 1-1.
And they're still going to try to pitch him outside because the left fielder is playing shallow and way off the left field line.
Harris, the center fielder, about 5 or 6 steps towards right center field. Lars is going to get a pitch to hit. He's going to foul it off to the left, strike 2, and Jack would love to see that one again.
I want that pitch again. I think that's what I saw him say.
Jack going to take a little walk and have a little conversation with himself. He's behind in the count, 1-2. Trying to get something going for Stanislaus here in the 7th. They have had 11 of the last 12 hitters retired. And he's going to swing and miss strike 3 on a fastball up and out of the strike zone. The 3rd consecutive strikeout for Iglite, and that's out number 1.
So we're going to take a look at Iglite. This may be one of his most effective starts of the season.
Grant Victor will be the batter. Victor hit into 5-4-3 double play in the 2nd and then grounded to 3rd once again in the 4th. First pitch to Victor is taken for a strike.
Iglite has gone 7 innings just one other time. It was back on March 3rd against Cal State San Marcos. He gave up 8 hits and 3 runs, all of them earned.
Victor's going to take a poor swing, almost a little off-balance swing, and just foul tip it back to the backstop, and he is behind in the count 0-2.
I was actually wrong. He then went 7 2/3 innings back on April 6th against Cal State San Bernardino, where he gave up 2 runs, none of them earned in 7 2/3 innings. So,
and that pitch is flailed at and missed, strike 3. Victor looked completely lost in that at-bat. 4th consecutive strikeout for Iglite, 7th on the day. And there are 2 away, and we're going to have a pinch hitter as what now has become Coach Leonasio's little secret weapon. Nathan Gutierrez is going to bat. Gutierrez, who had to play first base the last 2 weekends with Jack Lars on the shelf, will hit. He went 5 for 12 last weekend against Dominguez, including a couple of doubles, and the first pitch to Gutierrez is popped up foul, back and out of play, strike 1. On the year, Gutierrez hitting .250 with 5 RBIs. He has walked 9 times in 41 plate appearances. And he goes up there ready to hack.
Left-handed batter.
He's got some power. Takes a fastball outside, 1-1.
But all of a sudden, Iglite looks like Cy Young out there.
And Gutierrez here looking to find something to drive. Fastball outside, 2-1. And Gutierrez kind of has that that Brandon Belt-like eye where he literally, very rarely do you ever see him go out of the strike zone. 2-1 pitch as Gutierrez flinches on a breaking ball, and it's 2-2. He did not pick that up at all. We'll see if the catcher Hare recognized that and maybe comes back with that pitch again. 2-2 pitch is fouled right over the top of my head and behind the Hawk Squirrel broadcast booth. Count stays 2-2. Well, I can smell those chocolate chip cookies.
They're calling your name, Brian.
Of course they are, and they'll call my name even more in the 9th inning.
You notice I set mine down for you.
I appreciate that. You'll pick it back up between the commercial break.
You got that right.
And Gutierrez is going to hit a slow roller to the right side. Dorn over to his left to get it. He will throw to Rogers in time. And again, a very easy 1-2-3 inning for Iglite. He has now retired 14 of the last 15 hitters he has faced. Nothing doing for Stanislaus here in the 7th. We're through 7. It's the Gators 2 and the Warriors 1.
This is Reggie Wright of Blue Chip Broadcasting, and when life has thrown me curveballs, I have enjoyed peace of mind knowing that Winton Ireland Strawman Green Insurance Agency has a game plan in place. Having served the Turlock area since 1913, Winton Ireland Strawman Green has the experience I can count on in crunch time. Specializing in risk management and cost containment services, they provide access to most major insurance carriers to best serve your needs. Winton Ireland Strawman Green is there when it counts. You can call 209-667-0995 or find them on the web at wisg.com. Don't let your season get away. Call Winton, Ireland, Strawn, and Green today.
Warriors going to make a pitching change. Tommy Stropke going to come out of the bullpen as Tyler Murphy did yeoman's work today. Tyler goes 7 innings. He gives up just 5 hits, 2 runs, only 1 of them earned. He struck out 6. He walked 3. And he leaves on the losing end of a 7-2 ball game after 7 innings. And for Tyler, that is one of his better outings of the year. He gives the ball over to Tommy Stropke. Stropke comes into today's game making his 17th appearance. He's got a 3.28 ERA. He's 1-1 on the season. In 21 1/3 innings, he's given up 20 hits, 9 runs, 8 of them were earned. He has struck out 12, walked 6. And for Stropke, the key is get ground balls and get out of the inning.
And he's got to get ahead of guys. He doesn't have the type of stuff to have to come in behind in the count. Tommy is coming off probably one of his poorest outings of the year in his last appearance against Dominguez Hills here last Friday in the second game of the doubleheader. He went 2 2/3 innings. He gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned. Did not walk anybody, struck out a batter. He gave up a big fly, big 3-run homer to Jeremy Sialek, the Dominguez Hills right fielder. It was a no-doubter, Eric. It was not a cheapie.
No, it got up, got out in a hurry, huh?
So it'll be Gable, Lopez, and Self, the first 3 hitters to face Stropke, the 4, 5, 6 hitters. Stropke's job is to put 2 more zeros up in the 8th and 9th and hope the Warriors can rally. As just a little bit of movement down in the San Francisco State bullpen. But Iglite, who has just been in complete control and has hardly thrown any pitches through 7 innings. Got to believe that's just in case. First pitch to Gable is driven out into center field. Coming in is Oki. He will get there. He will make the catch as that ball hung up in time for Oki to get there. 1 pitch, 1 out here to lead off the 8th inning.
There's been a little bit more carry and a little bit more airtime on anything hit out into center field today. I thought that one was going to get down, but it wasn't close.
Harley Lopez, the batter, he is 0 for 2. He was thrown out trying to bunt. Had a sacrifice fly in the 3rd and struck out, leading off the 6th. His sacrifice fly, really the difference in this ball game, Eric, is that it's the 2nd run that was played, and it's a 2-1 game. A little slide ball catches the inside corner, strike 1. Well, they've gone to the top of the 9th inning, Eric, in Chico. And his 7-3 Wildcats. 1 out, nobody on.
Doing my job there, Brian.
Well, I was on a roll there. I had it right in front of me. I'll let you do the next one, which isn't nearly as good a news. As a slow breaking ball called strike 2.
Monterey Bay has taken a 7-2 lead into the top of the 7th against San Bernardino. We're in the top of the 7th down in L.A. It is 6-6 East Bay and the Golden Eagles.
That pitch is lined to left field, but is going to be right at Gardner. He is going to make the catch. And there are 2 away. Well, 2 lineouts to center and to left. I thought you said Stropke's job is to get ground balls.
I did, but we'll take the fly outs.
2 away, and Antone Self will be the batter. Self is 1 for 3. He is singled, he is flied out, and he is grounded out.
Pomona and San Marcos due to get underway here in about 5 or 10 minutes, as is San Diego and Dominguez Hills. So those games will be getting underway shortly.
So Self trying to get something started for the Gators here with 2 outs and nobody on, and he'll take the breaking ball for a strike. And Stropke just throwing nothing but strikes here thus far. He does not throw it straight. At least he tries not to throw it straight because he does not have overpowering fastball. We'll try to give you who is getting loose down in the San Francisco bullpen. That slow breaking ball hangs outside, 1-1.
I will tell you this man has a ton of hair.
He's got a little bit more hair than I do.
Looks like that's going to be Dylan Madole.
Madole, he is the closer for San Francisco State.
Yep.
Just a freshman.
Does that surprise you?
Nope. Popped up foul off to the right and out of play. I just think he's getting loose just in case. You know, it is just a 1-run deficit, although the way Iglite is going, it feels like about 12.
Yeah.
I mean, he has been on cruise control.
Remember, the Warriors picked up their 1 run way back in the 2nd.
A slow breaking ball. That one hangs a little higher, and Self is able to foul it back to stay alive. Second game of this doubleheader will begin about 35-40 minutes after the conclusion of this game. It'll be Ryland Tinsley for Stanislaus, and we believe Riley Cleary for San Francisco. That has not been confirmed. That is a ground ball to short, knocked down by De La Guardia. He picks it up. He's going to throw it in the dirt, and Large is going to pick it, but Self's going to beat it out, and that'll be an error on De La Guardia. His second error of the ball game, third of this series. Ball came up on him, handcuffed him a little bit, and unable to throw out Self. And Jason Hare will be the batter with the runner at first and 2 outs. Well, the one thing that is different about the infield here, Eric, as it has gotten warmer, it is definitely harder than it was earlier in the year, and you're seeing a little bit more quicker hops.
Well, the ball's getting on the infielders a little bit quicker.
Fastball on the outside corner to Hare. Strike one. Hare is 1 for 3, is singled, grounded out, and struck out. Hare now 2 for 7 in this series. Fastball misses outside, 1-1. Well, Madole has stopped his warm-ups. I think he's just getting loose just in case. And I'm Stanislaus. Madole's a good pitcher. Just anybody other than Iglite right now would be a breath of fresh air. Slow breaking ball, misses outside, 2-1. Crowd didn't like it, but that pitch was a good 6 inches off the plate.
For De La Guardia, he has now, with these 2 errors, committed 16 errors on the season.
That is one less than the San Francisco State shortstop Robinson, who's made 17. He made his 17th in the second inning. Stropke steps off. He did not like whatever fingers Elser was putting down. (2-1) San Francisco State. We play the top of the 8th inning. 2 outs, runner at first. Fastball misses outside, 3-1.
Well, from a nice, quiet 2-up, 2-down inning, this one is turning into a little bit of a nail biter here. Runner on first, 3 balls, 1 strike to the batter.
And when you thought was going to be an easy 3-up and 3-down inning, now has been a little bit more of a stress inning for Stropke. The 3-1 pitch, taken on the inside corner, strike 2, and Hare not in agreement. And if I'm the catcher, the last thing I want to do is make any kind of obvious frustration to the home plate umpire.
When I'm up 2-1? Yeah.
And I got a guy who is absolutely dealing. I want to hit him as happy with me as possible. 3-2 pitch, runner goes. Slow breaking ball, cued off the end of the bat to short. De La Guardia comes in, fields it. He will throw out Hare. And the side is retired for San Francisco State here in the 8th inning. No runs, no hits, an error, and a runner left on base. We're going to head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Warriors with a little bit of work to do as they trail 2-1.
Okay, I want to take a minute to talk to you business owners out there. Kinetic Works is a business-to-business name that you need to know. Kinetic Works provides drug testing services, baseline health condition reports, and job-specific physical fitness testing for all your new hires. The team at Kinetic Works will customize a plan just for your business, whether you're a small local company or a larger, more regional business. They believe in innovation. They only use the latest and greatest in testing equipment. Simplicity. All their reporting is easy to read, and drug test results are delivered straight to your desktop. They have experience. Their technicians have a combined 10-year testing experience and are certified in their field, and they are efficient. Flexible appointment times and fast reporting times. Kinetic Works. Give them a call today at 209-250-2321 and schedule a free consultation. It's your one-stop shop for all your hiring needs.
Back here at Warrior Baseball Field, we are down to 6 outs for Stanislaus State as they trail 2-1. Iglite has been fantastic so far. He's gave up 2 hits in the second, a hit in the third, and a hit in the 5th. He has retired 14 of the last 16 batters he has faced, 14 out of the last 15 batters he has faced. Warriors got to get something started offensively, and they're going to send up Elser, Gardner, and Oki, the scheduled batters of the inning. Brian, I'm giving you the job of coming up with some runs here.
We're going to try, do our best. Matty Elser had a tough day. He is 0 for 2. He has struck out, and he has flied out.
They've gone final in Chico.
The first pitch misses low, ball 1.
And the Chico State Wildcats beat Sonoma once again, 7-3.
Which means that the Stanislaus magic number to clinch no worse than the 5th seed, or excuse me, yeah, the 5th seed is now 2. Fastball misses low, 2-0. And Chico State's magic number to clinch a playoff spot is reduced down to 3. Matty Elser looking to get something going for the Warriors here in the bottom of the 8th. Fastball on the outside corner, strike 1.
That's a good pitch for Matty to spit on. You don't want anything to do with that pitch.
Iglite still with this 86 pitches here in the 8th inning. And Elser's going to pop one out to right field, and it's going to carry it. It's still carrying it. It's going to carry it. It's going to one-hop the wall. That ball just took off, and Matty Elser's got himself a leadoff double.
I did not see that one coming because that was the same pitch outside half of the plate, and he just let loose, and that ball kept carrying all the way to the base of the wall.
I looked at the swing. It was a one-handed swing.
Yes.
Shows you how strong Matt Elser is. That ball just kept carrying and carrying, and Gable, I think, was as surprised as anybody as he kept going thinking he was going to catch it, and he could never get to it. So a leadoff double for Elser, and now Jace Gardner. His job is one thing and one thing only, and that is get Matty Elser to third base.
Make it a productive at-bat. And Madole, what did we decide?
Madole. Like the fruit company, Dole.
Is throwing with some urgency now down in the bullpen. Going to be a pinch runner coming out for Stanislaus State. Running is Michael Wyatt, and means you're going to see Dalton Seymour behind the plate.
And Wyatt, one of the fastest Warriors. Want to make sure they get as much speed out there. And now all of a sudden we're going to have Coach Stefano going to come out and have a chat with his starting pitcher. Well, Jordan Iglite has been absolutely outstanding.
Like Salinas, gave him everything that they could have hoped for and more. A pitching staff that's a little bit short-handed.
Again, Jeffrey Piver, who was their number 1 starter, has not pitched since the end of March. Jack Higgins, who has become their number 1 starter, had to leave after an inning and third yesterday with an injury. And Iglite, in a game that he had to give San Francisco State some length, has done just that, pitching into the 8th inning. But a leadoff double that just kept going and going off the bat of Matty Elser has put the tying run at second base with nobody out. And Jace Gardner will be the batter. Well, Coach Stefano going to leave his right-hander in there. And Gardner now had a chat with Coach Kenny Leonasio. And he is going to figure out exactly what he wants to do here. If you're Gardner, you want to bunt the ball up the third baseline.
Gardner's gone 2 for 2. He reached on an infield single to third base, and he has grounded a ball through and into right field. Either one of those outcomes right here, slow roller to third base or a grounder through and into right field, would be welcome.
And Iglite going to spin around and make sure Wyatt doesn't wander too far off of second base.
I think they were also looking to see what Gardner was going to do, and I don't think he gave them any indication.
And the one thing Wyatt's got to be careful, he has a tendency to wander off second base a little bit. Cannot get picked off here.
To stray.
And they do it again, and Gardner doesn't give anything away again.
Yep. They've got the first baseman, Trevor Rogers, playing up on the grass. Third baseman, Antone Self, playing up on the grass.
And there is activity in the Stanislaus bullpen. And Gardner's going to bunt one foul towards the San Francisco State on-deck circle, strike 1. I believe that is Brandon Scott. It is Brandon Scott.
Warriors trying to get even or pull ahead.
And a lot of this inning really comes together in this at-bat. Can Gardner, at minimum, get Wyatt to third with less than 2 outs? Robinson, who's right behind Wyatt at his shortstop position. Gardner bunts it, and he bunts it up the first base line. Coming in to get it is Rogers. He will throw, and it will be just in time to get Gardner. And moving over to third is Wyatt, and Jace Gardner does his job.
Yes, he does. If he would have pushed that just a little, like a foot less, he beats that out for a base hit. He just laid it down and did exactly what he needed to do.
So the sacrifice 3-4 records the first out of the inning. And now Braden Oakey, who we've talked about has been so much better this year in these situations, will come to the plate. Oki, who is 0 for 2, as everybody is in.
Outfield playing shallow, infield playing shallow. Big gap in left center field. Oki squares the bunt.
Thank you. And bunts it back, foul. Strike one. I know. I took your scoreboard away. You can take a pitch away. You just got so excited.
I did. There is a huge gap in left center field.
So Oki, his job here is find a way, somehow, some way, to get Wyatt home from third. Remember we said Jason Hare, a phenomenal ball blocker. It's very tough to get anything by him. 1-strike pitch is a check swing. He went around, and quickly Oki behind 0-2. Oki, who has grounded out, reached on a fielder's choice, and sacrificed. And now he is going to have to be in a battle.
Glite has been tough.
Wyatt with his lead from third. The 0-2 pitch hangs way up high, 1-2.
Tell me what you're looking for. Maybe I can help.
I'm looking for the situational stats, and I cannot find them, but I saw them earlier today. They have disappeared.
Right here.
1-2 pitch in the dirt. Nice stop by Hare.
What would you like to know?
How is Oki doing with runner at third and less than 2 outs?
How many years have you been there?
That would be your job as the analyst right now anyway.
That's right. Braden is 7 of 11. 7 of 11.
And you really want to be about 2/3, so he is just above that. So
you'd like to be 8 out of 12 is where you'd really like to be right now.
Which would be 2/3. Oki waits. Long pause by Glite. 2-2 the count. The pitch is a high chop foul over the Stanislaus dugout, and Oki stays alive. Dale LaGuardia waits on deck.
I can't believe how shallow the Gator defense is playing.
Well, Oki is not a power hitter. But, I mean, they're almost playing like
end of game situation.
Pitch just misses in the San Francisco State dugout. They're all going to have whiplash because they all just leaned back and could not believe, A, that Oki took it, and B, that Pat Rivera called it a ball. I thought it was a little bit off the plate wide to the outside, and now the count is full, 3-2. Biggest pitch of the ball game right here. The 3-2 pitch is a check swing. He did not go around, and Oki's going to walk, and Brady Dorn, the second baseman, is absolutely irate. Garrett Wells said Oki did not swing, and now runners at the corners with 1 out for Brandon De La Guardia. And still,
this is a situation where that may be a blessing in disguise if you're San Francisco State, because you set up the double play. So De La Guardia has to do everything he can to stay out of the double play and get that run home. In these situations, with runners on at third base with less than 2 outs, De La Guardia 12 out of 15 this year.
So Brandon looking to hit a fly ball. Does that have to be terribly deep because Wyatt has tremendous speed at third?
Well, you got all kinds of speed out on the base paths now, and you force the middle infield back.
And the throw to first as they chase back Oki. The other thing it does is because Rogers has to hold Oki at first. If De La Guardia can push a bunt up the first base side, Wyatt should be able to score easily from third, because Rogers is not 50 feet away from home plate like he was with Oki at the plate. And he's going to try to do it, and he's going to take a pitch outside, ball 1. And now 97 pitches, as they said that De La Guardia pulled the bat back. And you can all of a sudden, the tension in this ballpark has ratcheted up considerably. A leadoff double by Elser. He was bunted to third by Gardner as Wyatt was the pinch runner. After Oki went from 0-2 to a walk, he's put runners at first and third with 1 out for De La Guardia, who was the hero here yesterday with 4 hits and 3 RBIs. Pitch is pushed up the first base line. Chasing after it is Rogers with an underhanded, not in time as Wyatt scores. Everybody's safe, and it is a tie ball game at 2. Well, Rogers took a chance, and I think it was a poor decision as he tried to get wide at home, and he had no chance to do that. He should have gotten De La Guardia at first. It'll be an RBI for De La Guardia, his 30th of the year. And now Margiotta's got a chance with 2 on and 1 out.
So you're going to call that a fielder's choice or a base hit, Brian? Because I'm not sure he could have gotten De La Guardia.
Well, I mean, yeah, I think it's a fielder's choice. You're a little more generous than I am with the base hits. I think it's a fielder's choice RBI. It's no at bat.
Well, it has to be. And you're going to give him a sacrifice then?
Yeah. Sacrifice, fielder's choice, RBI for, we'll let Hung decide for sure, so I'm not going to write much down other than the RBI. But now runners at first and second for Margiotta, who is 0 for 3 and mired in a 6 for 36 slump. Huge hole on the right side. And the first pitch misses outside, ball 1.
Waiting for Hung's ruling on that. Fielder's choice sacrifice. And things are getting interesting now.
The Warriors have tied it here at 2. Oki, with tremendous speed at second, represents the go-ahead run, and Brandon Scott getting greased up in a hurry down in the Stanislaus bullpen. Madole just standing and watching in the San Francisco pen.
Again, the execution for Stanislaus has been tremendous.
Fastball on the outside corner, 1-1. And if I'm Margiotta, they have stayed out there all day long. I'm looking out for a pitch on the middle away, and I'm going to try and shoot it through that hole into right field.
That's right. Stay back.
Gable, again, extremely shallow in right field.
Big gap in right center field.
Pitch misses outside to him. I mean, it's just everything is away to Margiotta. And if he could shoot one over the second baseman Dorn's head, as hard as that ground is in the outfield now, they could have a track meet going on here on the bases. 2-2 ball game, bottom of the 8th inning. 1 out. Warriors have tied it up here.
Again, some late inning offensive heroics.
Pitch is foul back to the screen. That's exactly what Vinny was trying to do.
Yep.
Trying to shoot that over Dorn's head at second base, and he just fouled it back, and now the count evens at 2-2. Grant Bunker waits on deck.
Jack Large behind him, so if Margiotta can keep the line moving, this could get to be a big inning for Stanislaus.
Saw the Warriors get 4 runs in the 8th last night, and they've already scored a run in the 8th today, and they are threatening for more. 2-2 pitch, popped up, foul territory, right side. Chasing after it is Rogers, but he is going to run out of room as it will land out of play. And Vinny stays alive.
Really, this situation plays to Margiotta's strength. Staying back, trusting your hands, going with wherever that pitch is thrown.
And for Vinny, he'd love to get that RBI number 44. He's been stuck on 43 for 2 weeks.
It would be a big RBI, too. Brandon Scott standing in the Warrior bullpen. Looks like he's lubed up and ready to go.
You got to figure he's going to throw the 9th inning no matter what happens here the rest of the 8th. Double play depth for San Francisco State up the middle. 2-2 pitch misses outside, and the count goes full 3-2.
Now the question is, how much do you trust your batter? Do you send the runners with 1 out?
And remember, though Oki and De La Guardia are very good base runners, Hare's got a cannon.
Oki stole third base on him, though, last night.
I think they'll go into second. Remember, they threw into second yesterday to get De La Guardia, and De La Guardia went standing up and barely made it. So we'll see what they do. 3-2, 1 out.
Not a big lead for Oki, and they do chase him back.
Remember, Oki doesn't always get a big lead. He just kind of walks into him. I think they just want to get him to stop. Rogers playing behind De La Guardia, so Brandon should get a big jump if they elect to send the runners here. 3-2, 1 out.
A lot of faith that Schifano's showing in Aglite with Madole in the bullpen ready to go.
3-2 count. They go. Pitch is foul back. They took 2 steps and they stopped. Oki took 2 hard steps and stopped. And Margiotta had a hanging breaking ball, and he fouled it back to the screen.
But don't you agree, Schifano taking a lot of confidence?
Yeah, and Aglite. And Aglite has been so good.
Aglite, just a sophomore. Been tremendous in this game, but showing a little weakness here in the 8th.
3-2 pitch. Runners do not go, and Mariota fouls it back again. Again, high fastball that time, and Vinny just can't get on top of it. And he's going to check with Pat Rivera to ask if that was a strike. Well, this has got to be, Eric, at least the, 9th or 10th pitch of this at bat? Because he has fouled off at least 3 pitches with 2 strikes. So this has got to be at least the 9th pitch of the at bat. A battle here in a tie ball game. Okie represents the go-ahead run at second base. De La Guardia at first. And they've got De La Guardia picked off. Rogers chasing him back, and now they're going to try to get Okie. De La Guardia's going to have to get into second base, and now they've got Okie in a rundown. He goes back to second. Now they're going to chase De La Guardia back to first. They're late throwing it over there, and then they get De La Guardia as Iglite, covering first, tags out Brandon.
Somebody fell asleep over at first base, whether it was De La Guardia or whether it was Coach Mike McNeil. They didn't see Trevor Rogers sneak back in behind him. And you go ahead and tell me how you're going to write down that.
That's 1-3-6-1. It was, and now everything has changed. Well, De La Guardia was getting a big lead over at first base, and Rogers just snuck in behind him and gave Iglite credit. He recognized it, and he picked off De La Guardia for out number 2.
Now we need the base hit.
3-2 count still to Mariota. The pitch is hit off the end of the bat towards the San Francisco State dugout, and that is now this will be the 10th pitch of the at-bat. Well, Vinny can make it all moot if he can get a base hit here. The one thing now with 2 outs, Okie going to go on contact. Stanislaus, again, running themselves out of an inning. De La Guardia did it yesterday, being thrown out at home. He does it here, getting picked off with first and second and 1 out on a 3-2 count. 3-2 pitch is hit back up the middle. Behind second base is Robinson. He will get it. He will throw it home. And this time the Warriors know better, as Robinson did the same thing last night and threw out De La Guardia trying to score from second on an infield single. This time Okie with the stop sign from Coach Leonasio. Infield hit for Mariota. And now Grant Bunker with an opportunity.
And looming now on deck, Jack Larch.
That is the first hit of the day for Mariota. In fact, first hit of the series for Vinny. And Grant Bunker, who is 1 for 3, he doubled and scored in the second, and has since struck out twice. So that pickoff of De La Guardia now really big, as the Warriors would have the bases loaded with 1 out for Bunker. And so they stay with Iglite. Now this will be his 110th pitch. He came into this inning, Eric, with 86. He now has 109. That is 33 pitches. Bunker.
23.
Excuse me, 23.
Hey, I got a math one.
You got a math one right.
Woohoo!
It feels like 33. We threw 10 or 11 to Mariota. First pitch to Bunker is slapped foul off to the right and out of play, strike 1. And Grant has been off balance his last 2 at-bats. Iglite's been able to get ahead of Bunker and then put him away.
Look at how deep the right fielder Gable has gone now.
And, of course, decision time, if Mariota takes off, he does have 10 stolen bases this year. Fastball way up high. Nice play by Hare. That pitch was a major overthrow, and Hare had to come out of his crouch to reach up and snag it.
What I like is Okie had a good read on that. He was coming down hard in case it got over the head of Hare.
You got to be ready to go on a ball in the dirt. 1-1 the count. Pitch at the knees, strike 2, and Bunker not in agreement. He thought that was a little low. Counts 1-2. Now I would not be surprised to see Mariota take off. See if he can draw a throw, get in a rundown, and give Okie a chance to try to score from third. He might even take off early. He does not go. 1-2 pitch is popped up, foul, right side. It'll drift out of play over the bleachers down the right field side. You a little surprised Mariota isn't taking off?
I am. Except you got a lot of confidence in Bunker.
Bunker, who's got 24 RBIs this year, leads the Warriors in home runs with 5. One-two pitch is swung on and missed, strike 3, and the side is retired. But the Warriors do pick up a run on a couple of hits. It was a walk, and there were 2 runners left on base. We are going to head to inning number 9. It's the Warriors 2 and the Gators 2.
Ulrich Real Estate has been serving the Turlock community for nearly a decade, and they specialize in residential, commercial, and ag real estate and are one of the top producing agents in the valley. Working in a broker-direct relationship means lower commissions and the opportunity to buy or sell your property quickly and at a good price. Troy is a lifelong Turlock resident and can be reached at 678-5325. That's 678-5325. Or online at ulrichrealestate.com. Ulrich Real Estate, providing expert real estate brokerage services in a simplified, down-to-earth way.
Well, we have made it to the 9th inning. It is a 2-2 tie. 2 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for Stanislaus. 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for San Francisco State. We've got a defensive replacement, Dalton Seymour, now the catcher, as Matt Elser was run for after he led off the bottom of the 8th inning with a double. That was one of the longest 8th innings for only 1 run to be scored I can ever remember. There's a lot of stuff going on. So Seymour will hit in Elser's place in the number 8 spot. It'll be Robinson, Sancerre, and Harris, the first 3 hitters to face Tommy Stropke here in the top of the 9th inning.
So we expected tight ball games, Brian? We got tight ball games.
We've got a pinch hitter coming out on deck. It'll be Justin Cooney Silk. Appears that he will pinch hit for Sancerre, left-handed hitter.
Shaq Robinson had a base hit his last time up. It was an infield base hit to De La Guardia over at short. And I'm sure the leash here on Stropke will be short. First pitch floats in a little bit inside, ball 1. Brian, we were expecting tight ball games. We got tight ball games. Last night it was a 2-1 game into the 8th. Warriors ended up winning a 2-1 ball game. Warriors ended up winning 7-2. It's 2-2 after 8 here today. Stropke throws, and that one's fouled straight back into the netting.
And as opportunistic as the Warriors were offensively last night, have taken advantage to an extent of their opportunities. But again, a mistake on the base paths really cost Stanislaus there in the 8th inning.
Stropke's next pitch inside hit him. Tommy Stropke puts the leadoff runner on here in the top of the 9th.
And that's the danger of trying to throw that inside breaking ball when you start it at the hip. And we're going to have a pinch runner. It is going to be Jonah Gonzalez, who is their number 1 base stealer. Gonzalez this year has only been thrown out twice.
11 out of 13 times.
And last night was one of those 2 times, but now it is Seymour behind the plate instead of Elser, and that is going to be it. We're going to have a call to the pen. This call to the pen brought to you by Crivelli Insurance Services, your local independent insurance agent.
Looking for something to do, places to go, and things to see in the Turlock area? Turlock Direct magazine features local companies, advertises fantastic events, and contains coupons of all kinds. If you live in the Turlock-Denair area, a Turlock Direct magazine lands in your mailbox. Look for your copy every month. Interested in advertising to 30,000 addresses? Check out their website at turlockdirect.com or call Jamie at 675-7636. Turlock Direct magazine. Every mailbox, every month.
And if you haven't been to Hawk's Grill lately, you haven't been to Hawk's Grill. Located on Main Street at Broadway in downtown Turlock, Hawk's Grill is under new management. Michael, the former executive chef and general manager from Galetto's, is now in charge. And the food is terrific at a family-friendly price. They feature the best barbecue in Turlock: chicken, pork, brisket, tri-tip, ribs, and an amazing appetizer, barbecue oysters that you just gotta try. And they have 15 beers on tap that are the coldest in town. And a happy hour from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. featuring all types of great deals. For the sports fan, 23 TVs are available to watch your favorite team at all the big games. So come try them out, and you'll see. Hawk's is the best family-friendly sports restaurant and bar in Turlock. Hawk's Grill, located on Main Street at Broadway in downtown Turlock.
New pitcher for Stanislaus will be right-hander Brandon Scott. For Scott, he is part of the 2-headed monster in the pen for the Warriors. This will be his 15th appearance, all in relief. He is 4-2 with a 1.42 ERA. He has 4 saves. In 38 innings, he's given up 19 hits, 8 runs, 6 of them earned. He has walked 15. He has struck out 37. Opponents hitting 150 against him. And he will face the pinch hitter, Justin Cooney Silk, to hit for San Cyr.
Justin Cooney Silk does not have a ton of opportunities. He has had 12 at-bats. He is 1 for 12 with an .083 average. Silk, a junior, a lefty, mostly plays in the outfield. He is transferred from Menlo College, and he's going to make his first series appearance here as he comes to the plate.
His job here, Eric, is to A, get a bunt down, and or B, allow Gonzalez to get a chance to try to steal second base.
Scott ready to go. Gonzalez gets his lead. He was gunned out by Elser last night. See if Dalton Seymour has the same luck. He squares and bunts, goes around, and it's strike one.
Well, that's exactly what you do when a guy tries to square to bunt. Hard fastball right in under the hands, and Silk could not get the bat out of the way, or get the bat out and pull it away, and it's a strike. Scott's got to pay attention to Gonzalez over at first base. We saw he has got excellent speed.
Small lead, though. Silk bunts it in the air. Caught by Scott. The throw in. Large had to charge, so they couldn't double off Gonzalez. Margiotta had to play straight up. Large was charging, and on the pop-up to Scott, Gonzalez was able to get back to first base.
Well, they say the toughest pitch to bunt is the high fastball, and that's exactly what Scott threw Cooney Silk, and he popped it up.
And now Jack Harris will stand to the plate, and now you will see Gonzalez probably put in motion. Got a step larger lead. Scott looks in. First pitch. Taken for a strike. Gonzalez didn't seem to have any inclination to move on that one. Again, Scott looks in. Gonzalez extends his lead by about another foot. Throw over to first. I think that's what Gonzalez was waiting for. He wanted to see Scott's move.
Brandon does not have a great move. And he is not particularly quick to home plate. He's going to have to vary his looks.
Gonzalez does not go fastball up high.
And that time he kind of, I wouldn't say quick pitch, but he appeared to rush and missed way up high. Warriors love to get a ground ball at a middle infielder here in turn 2.
Pitch to Harris, swung on and missed. He swung late at a low pitch. Harris 0 for 3 with a walk. He scored a run. He's flied out twice and grounded out. The walk back in the third, scored the first run. 1-2 now. Scott in charge. Small lead by Gonzalez, and he's chased back by Scott. Madole has come in out of the bullpen. You got to think he's ready to go. It doesn't necessarily mean he'll come in.
But you got to believe, especially with as long an 8th inning as Aglite had, he's near 110 pitches.
Swung on a miss, and Scott gets a strikeout. Harris walks back to the bench, and there's 2 away.
Just that high fastball, and Harris not able to hold up. And now Brady Dorn, guy that just scares you in this lineup.
Dorn 1 for 4, grounded out, reached on an error and scored, doubled, and grounded out. It was in the 9th last night that Dorn doubled into right field. This time bunker playing deep enough, that's not going to happen if he hits it in the same place. Scott holds, comes to the plate. Dorn takes a strike. Nice pitch from Scott, came inside.
I think Dorn was looking away to try to drive something to right center field. And for a lot of these San Francisco State players, they have never played on this field before. First time San Francisco State has been at Warrior Baseball Field since 2016.
Gonzalez goes, swing on a miss. The throw by Dalton is there in time, But Margiotta could not hold on to it. It got there at the same time Gonzalez did, maybe a little bit ahead. Gonzalez slid into it and knocked the ball loose. Stolen base for Gonzalez.
That was a great throw by Seymour. And Margiotta had been able to hang on to it. It wasn't an easy play, but had he been able to hang on to it, Gonzalez is going to be out. Well, now it's 0-2 to Dorn. And now if you're Scott, you just focus on getting a hitter out.
Yep.
And we'll see what Gonzalez decides to do here. Nobody really paying any attention to him at all with 2 strikes and 2 outs.
Scott looks at the runner, comes set, he's going. That ball is hit in the air, foul, drifting out of play. And Gonzalez was on his way to third because nobody is paying any attention to him.
And the one thing that does do is if it is a ball and he does get to third, then it puts some pressure on Seymour, and Scott has a tendency sometimes to grip that ball a little tight.
Yeah, he has buried a few and given up some wild pitches.
He's thrown 5 of them this year. I'm going to get Dorn right here.
Scott to the plate in the dirt, and Gonzalez moves over to third base with a stolen base.
So from a runner at first and 2 outs to a runner at third and 2 outs, everything changes here.
Still, your focus is on the batter. All you got to do is get the batter out.
But the one thing it does do is it really takes the breaking ball in the dirt out of play. You really cannot afford to put one in the dirt and allow Gonzalez with tremendous speed to score without this ball being put in play.
Trust your catcher, though. 1-2 pitch from Scott. Hit on the ground. Backhand play not made by De La Guardia, and San Francisco State up on top.
It's going to be, even if he fields it cleanly, I don't think he throws Dorn out at first base. We'll never know. But the steal of second base changed the entire inning. Warriors' inability to hang on to the throw allowed Dorn to get a chance, and he stepped up and got it. That's why he was first team all-region preseason, because he can swing the bat.
Rogers swings and he hits one. Short right center field, diving play by Bunker, and he makes it! Grant Bunker came from out of nowhere. It was kind of hit into no man's land. Bunker comes in and probably takes one away. Nice play by Graham Bunker, probably your web gem of the game right there, sponsored by Winton, Ireland. Graham Bunker, another great defensive play. But in the inning, we're still not sure if that must have been a hit. There's one hit, a run, no errors, and a runner left on. We're going to the bottom of the ninth, 3-2 San Francisco State. We'll be right back.
It's finally here. At Bonander Buick GMC in downtown Turlock, the newly redesigned 2019 GMC Sierra pickup has arrived. With sleek new lines, improved fuel economy, and all-new bold design with innovative technology and a powerful engine make the 2019 Sierra unlike any pickup truck you have ever driven. Don't believe me? See for yourself at the downtown showroom on East Marshall and South Center Streets, or call 209-417-1072 to schedule a test drive. You can also check out their entire stock of cars and trucks at BonanderBuickGMC.com. Bonander Buick GMC, serving the Turlock area since 1946.
Well, the Warriors, after tying it in the bottom of the 8th, allow San Francisco State to score a run here in the top of the 9th, and is now a 3-2 deficit for the Warriors, and they will see the freshman closer for San Francisco State, Dylan Madole. Madole, 6'2", 170-pound freshman from Phelan, went to Serrano High School. This year for Madole, this will be his 11th appearance. He is 2-0, 4 saves, and a 4.50 ERA in 16 innings. He's given up 22 hits, 8 runs, all of them earned. He has walked 12, and he has struck out 15. He is a hard thrower. Opponents hitting .344 against him. And he will go after Large, Victor, and Gutierrez.
He's given up some hits.
And you're at the part of the order that can do some damage, Jack Large. First pitch from Adole. Large swinging, pops it up. Foul territory. Third baseman Self goes over. He does not quite have enough room. He reached into the dugout and could not quite come up with it. Jack Large has second life. Some defensive changes, Brian. Jackson Krish has come on to play second base. Brady Dorn has moved over to shortstop. And closed the book on Tommy Stropke. He went 1 inning. He ended up giving up 1 run. It was earned, and it was all because of a hit batsman. So left-hander Large waits. Madole deals and misses inside, 1-1.
Madole throws hard. He's not he's a tall, lanky kid. Got a full head of hair coming out the backside of that cap. But he throws hard.
Madole gets the sign and deals. And Jack Large goes after an off-speed pitch up over his head.
That's Jack trying to tie it up with one swing of the bat there. That pitch was never a strike.
Nope.
It was about neck high.
Madole deals. Large takes in the dirt, 2-2.
That was a good take, but that was a good pitch by Madole. Kind of buried that breaking ball down and in, and Jack able to hold up and not offer at it.
Large, Victor, Seymour scheduled. Or Gutierrez, excuse me. Pitch is fouled off.
You can tell Jack's looking for something middle in that he can turn on and drive into deep right field. Gable, extremely deep in right, as is Harris in center. Lopez not as deep in left.
And way off the line. Big moment in the game because you get your leadoff batter here and it really changes things and puts pressure on the youngster on the mound. Particularly with Grant Victor coming up. Madole's pitch is lined right field. Is it fair? It is fair. It's going to get banged to the wall. Gable finally picks it up, and Jack Large has a leadoff double.
Well, he got his fastball middle in, and he turned on it, and he ripped it down the line. The question was going to be whether it was fair or not, and it landed probably about 3 feet fair. And for some reason, Coach Schifano going to come out and have a conversation with home plate umpire Pat Rivera. They're wondering, I have no idea what they could be asking here.
I don't either. But he's going out now to talk to first base umpire Garrett Wells. And Garrett Wells sends him back off the field.
Whatever explanation he requested, he received.
And now he wants to talk with the entire crew.
I have no idea what this could possibly be about.
I don't either.
Because if they thought Large missed first base, they would just throw the ball over to first base. I mean, I can't imagine. I mean, that ball was fair by a couple of feet. At least it sure appeared to be.
And absolutely nothing's going to happen. So whatever it was has been resolved. And the Warriors have a runner in scoring position in the bottom of the ninth, trailing by a run, and Grant Victor comes up. Victor 0 for 3 today.
Let's go, Grant.
It looks like they're going to pinch run for Large.
And in comes Spurbeck. Charles Spurbeck to pinch run for Jack Large. So the wheels are turning here. I know that's an important run, Brian.
And now Coach Stefano going to go out and have a talk with his freshman closer. And you get the sense, not only is this a close game, this is an enormous game in the conference standings and in the regional standings. And, I mean, both teams going deep into the bench
to figure this one out.
You know, Schifano did a pinch runner in Gonzalez, and it got him a run. Gonzalez able to steal second and third, and he was able to score on the base hit by Dorn. And now Coach Leonasio going to go with the young Spurbeck to run for Large. as he represents the tying run here at second base with nobody out.
Spurback.
I do not remember a time where he has been in a ball game.
He's made 5 appearances this year, probably all as pinch runners. He has not got an official at-bat, has not got a stolen base. But Spurbeck is in there now. He is a freshman out of Sierra High School in Manteca.
And decision time now for Coach Leonasia with Victor, because you're moving to the bottom of the order. Remember, Seymour now is the 8 hitter. He will hit after Gutierrez. Do you give up Victor's bat, who's been one of your hottest hitters the last month, to get Spurbeck over to third? And again, not the most experienced base runner out there at second base.
Krish playing in at second. Up at the corner is the third baseman. He does. He lays down a bunt. It's a beauty down the third base line. Self has got it. He throws. He's got him at first, but moving over to third is Spurbeck. So Victor does his job and gets Spurbeck into scoring position on a sacrifice bunt down the third base line. And that's going to bring up Nathan Gutierrez. Gutierrez came in as a pinch hitter and grounded out to second base. It's going to put pressure on the defense.
Again, remember, Gutierrez's responsibility here, get the ball to the outfield. Again, best arm is in center field. Harris.
Infield in all the way around. Pitch is way outside.
And remember, he does have first base open. You never want to put the winning run on base for free. At the same time, you've got the young catcher Seymour waiting on deck. And then the 9-hitter Jace Gardner, and you set up the double play possibility with the catcher.
Gutierrez in the box. Madol's pitch. Swung on, hit high right field. Coming in towards the line. He's not going to get it. It's deep for a base hit. Warriors score on the tie. Nathan Gutierrez with an RBI base hit flare into right field.
I told you he was a secret weapon.
And the Warriors have come right back and tied it up.
Well, he didn't hit it very hard, but he hit it in the perfect spot. Gable had no chance to get it. He was playing deep, knowing Gutierrez has some power. And now an opportunity for the Warriors to try to win it here in a walk-off fashion at the bottom of the ninth.
Stanislaus, I thought Gutierrez hit that better than he did. Got it off the end of the bat. Just dropping it in fair into right field. First pitch swinging and hitting it high, left field. Not deep enough, though. Left fielder comes in. Lopez makes the catch. And quickly,
the next batter is the left fielder.
Seymour is retired.
Jace Gardner.
2 down now.
Well, for Gutierrez to score from first here on a ball in the gap, it is going to have to be in extremely deep right center field, I got to believe.
Probably not going to happen.
Well, there's the... If Gardner could hit a ball to the Starbucks sign out in right center field, it might happen. Because there is nobody anywhere near that, as Harris is pulled way over towards left center field.
Pitch misses away for a ball. It's 1-0. 2 outs here in the bottom of the ninth. The Warriors have just tied this one 3-3. Got a run. Gardner 2 hits and a sacrifice in this game. Jace, big hole on the left side of the infield. And in right center field. Takes a strike. He was taken all the way, I think, to that one. Oki on deck.
Now, if you're Gardner, if you're going to let one rip, this is the pitch to let her rip. And we've seen Gardner some power. He hit one off the bottom of the scoreboard here earlier this year.
He lays off a pitch. It's high and outside, 3-1.
And remember, Madol, 12 walks in 16 innings coming into this ball game. He can get a little wild once in a while.
Seymour. Gardner. Back in the batter's box. 3-1. Pitch on the way. Low. No, called strike 2. And Gardner was halfway down to first base.
And he's going to apologize to Pat Rivera immediately, saying, I didn't hear you say anything, so I assumed it was ball 4. Well, the one advantage here, Eric, is now Gutierrez on a 3-2 pitch gets a head start.
Now you hit it to the Starbucks, in between the Starbucks and Wingstop sign. I think you got a chance. Gardner back in, full count. 2 down. Gutierrez can't leave too early, but he's off. And that's driven down the foul line. It's going to be a foul ball. Get to the wall. Gutierrez is outside second. He's going to get there. Here comes Gutierrez. Here comes Gutierrez. With an walk-off win for Stanislaus State. And the Warriors win. Shivano, he is arguing something.
Well, he's upset because Gutierrez, after he slid in, stood up and kind of posed towards the San Francisco State dugout. And so Shifano did not appreciate that.
But that's after everything said and done. The Warriors get a run. Scoreboard shows 4-3 on the Jace Gardner double. They're still having a discussion, though. We're not going to get too far ahead of ourselves. And powdered that ball down the left field line. And that's the way it's going. The Warriors, a walk-off win in the bottom of the 9th in the inning. Warriors pick up 2 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors and a runner left on. Final score, Stanislaus 4, San Francisco State 3. We'll take a break. We'll be right back with the Pizza Factory postgame show.
Look, in today's culture, we all work hard and play hard, which means our bodies hurt. Sometimes we need a place to relax, rejuvenate, help manage our pain, and recover from another active sports weekend. The